Going live. Is it working? Is she working? She's working. Oh, how do you do the... Damn it. Oh. It can do lots of stuff. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. Hey, there's me. There you go. Tonight on Mine Court, the silent scream. Soon the rest of the council will appear. Is June 9th, 2026. Is it? You're our Lord. Hopefully you had a good Tuesday. It was very productive. Rough, but productive. That's the main thing. How much did we get done? Oh, am I doing the just chatting and not... I had it set on 7 days. I think it's still set on 7 days. One day I'll be able to work all of my stuff. There you go. I thought hey, there he is.
Sorry I'm late. I just flew in from Phoenix, and boy, are my arms tired.
Boom, boom. That's always a good joke. I already started screaming. Screaming.
Mine is firing up now. Screaming.
Oh, whoops. Sorry, cat. Scared the shit out of the cat. Damn it. All right. I'm ignorant. Okay. Channel. Hey! It is set up for 7 days to die. Sorry. I am a human, which means I am very dumb but constantly learning. There you go. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, that's the ticket. Shh. Is it 6 minutes in? Oh, who cares? Shit! How do you fix this, Jingo?
What's happening? I'm still trying to get mine fixed.
Oh, yeah.
How do I do...
We're thoroughly professional here.
100%
Pay no attention to the man behind the computer.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. It's all out of simple tricks and nonsense, to quote Han Solo. So, I'm trying to get to that pencil, and I changed it. I picked just chatting, but...
All right, give me my... All right.
Settings?
You're looking at your Twitch stream?
Yes. The channel.
Are you looking at the one with the chat or without?
Chat is on now.
I'm getting an echo.
That's from Rob the Blacksmith. Clay should be joining us soon. Right on. Right on.
Cool. Anyways, I think we're live. Oh, I need to live my camera. Hold on.
Welcome, traveler, to Fan Fusion, formerly Phoenix Comic Con, formerly Cactus Comic Con, formerly Leprechaun, Coppercon, Dragon Con, Gen Con. How many damn cons are there? There's not enough.
All of them.
All of them.
All
That's right.
of the cons. Sheer Con, Wrath of Con. So how do I do it? How do I get past the 7 days to die?
Now you're looking at your stream and you can see the chat off to the right. If not, click on the name of your stream because you might be viewing the front page and not the actual stream.
I can see Lava Bean already answered me about, yes, you are set for 7 days to die and not just chatting.
Below the actual stream, there should be little buttons on the right hand side below the view screen. One of them should be your edit pencil.
There's some little people that says community. Or do you want me to go to the channel? Hold on. Not that it's going to affect anything. Learning Twitch, kids. Oh,
That we are.
that didn't do shit. Okay. I was looking for the pencil. Settings?
No, it would be on the front, on the main page.
Like the things that he was wanting.
You see where your name is underneath the screen, and then the name of the title of the screen. To the right of that, on that same line,
down.
all the way over to the right, should be the pencil below the.
Damn, you're good. Okay.
I'm
I
not
was
good.
looking-
I'm
I was
just
looking too-
experienced.
I was looking
You weren't
to-
looking low enough.
Yes.
Always got to go low.
Yeah, I hear they like that. All right. It's 5:05. Clay should be joining us too. Is Guy joining us, or was he just chatting? Or it's up to Guy. So, yeah, hopefully. How are you gentlemen doing?
Give me. Do you remember how to do the shared stream thing, or do we not want to mess with it?
Oh, I would love to do that again. That was fun.
All right. Let me go to my.
I like you to have only one conversation when we're doing a podcast. Yes.
Yes. All right. Getting ready to send you that in.
Okay.
And remember, when the window pops up, when you accept it, you need to keep that window minimized. Don't close it, or it ends the
Okay.
thing. There we go.
Little. All right. Huzzah. Oh, very cool. All right. Are you guys following us on Twitch too, or are you just on Discord? Rob and Chris,
I'm just on Discord.
just on Discord? Gotcha. One day we'll get you on. That's where the streaming happens.
Of course, I closed that damn window because I'm a dumbass.
I got it open still. It's hopefully working.
Yeah, let me.
Oh, never
Hopefully,
mind.
it won't do what it did last time.
Never mind. You just closed it.
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I was trying to close other things and closed the wrong thing.
Oh, dogs driving cars. Always a good commercial. Oh, they even got a puppy in the kid seat. That's cute. Is this over yet? Squirrel.
All right, let me do this one more. I'll try not to be done this time.
We're 6 minutes in. Do you want to do the intro, or do you want me to do the intro? Yay.
You go ahead. All right, I sent that invite thing again.
I think we're linked.
Nope, I'm not showing that we are. You'll probably have to close that window and open a new one. Because things can never be simple.
Well, no, nothing worth doing is ever easy. Okay, so I will open, but I'm seeing, I have 3 viewers. You know what? I'm just going to click and not question you.
There we go.
Trust. It's a thing.
Trust in the process.
Trust.
And
in
you'll
the-
want to mute the mic and sound over there so that we're not echoing.
This one.
It's underneath, the little one's underneath in that window.
I see it. Okay, muted. Huzzah. Oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to do.
It seems to be working though.
Okay. If it's working, then we shall start with hello and welcome to the Supreme Council of the Master Geeks Lodge. My name is Bill Kelly, Hornswoggle the Great. I am the peasant hero, the king of ham. I am the king of the bridge trolls. They all answer to me. And with me tonight on the council, we have...
I am Rob Marsden, also known as Jingo the Fool, the King of Fools, Game Master at Large here at the Ship of Fools, and elsewhere you never know where. I'll pop up with dice in a DM screen and make you roll for initiative. Next, down there to my left is the Cigar Master himself. Introduce yourself, Cigar Master.
Oh,
We do not hear you.
Uh-oh.
It wouldn't be a stream without taking.
Oh,
there we go.
now.
There he is.
All right. The joys of the sensitivities of the computer. My name is Rob the Blacksmith. I am a cigar aficionado, and until just a few days ago, I have been deeply under the weather below my bunker here, trying to recover from whatever the creeping crud is that my grandchildren can send via my son.
Oops.
All right. I guess I'm Chris, Twisted Mind. Comic book reader, writer, creator, survivor of Phoenix Fan Fusion.
How many in attendance this last weekend?
You know what? They haven't announced it yet, but there had to have been at least 100,000.
They sold out.
Yeah, they
Weekend
sold out.
passes
Full event
sold
passes.
out.
Damn.
My friend said it was an hour and a half wait to get in on Saturday.
That's
So-
why we didn't go. We were going to go on Saturday, but then we thought,
Yeah. So this was my full event badge. They now have their own mascots.
yeah, they've had them for a few years.
Yeah. This
Actually,
was
we're physically there last year.
was my exhibitor because I was working with the Night of the Chihuahuas guys, Pork Chop Express.
Nice. The old Pork Chop
And-
Express.
Yep. You get the rep. I'm just gonna show you guys what I got because I've had a massive headache all day long, so
Oh,
I might
okay.
dip out after this. I got to meet Chris Claremont.
Really?
He autographed
Well
X-Men
done.
Annual
Wow.
Appearances of Long Shot.
Damn.
That was my Friday autograph.
Very cool.
My artist friend Al Sparrow, I don't know if anybody knows him or not. He did a sketch for my granddaughter in her book of Blue,
Oh,
and I had Steve Bird autograph it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Very cool.
Well done. Right on.
I
That's
also got
very
to meet Brian O'Halloran
Really?
from Clerks. So I had my Dante Funko autographed.
Nice.
My
My girlfriend.
That-
Never mind.
friends, since we all love really bad movies, my friends that the writer of Night of the Chihuahuas also got to write some of these comic books.
Oh, nice. So I got to write some
These are
Tremors, huh?
officially licensed Tremors comics,
That's
and they have the
awesome.
first 5 issues.
Well
That's
done.
nice.
And Saturday was crazy. I had one autograph to get on Saturday,
Mm.
and that was for my best friend Chandra up in Washington. And the line was already like 100 people deep.
Oh, wow.
And a customer, I did not know about this, and I should have, but a customer loaned me his badge with a handicap sticker on it.
Uh-oh.
I got to jump the line and get an
Really?
autograph from Danny Elfman.
Wow.
The Danny Elfman, the singing voice
The-
of Jack. It's a dead
Yes.
man party. Good ass
The
boy.
composer of the Simpsons theme.
And Spider-Man and the Hulk and about 40 others.
And then what freaked me out the most was Terry Brooks, the author of Elfstone to Shannara, The Sword of Shannara, came to our booth, came to our table. He was checking everything out, and I had looked for him all day Friday. I could not find him. He came to our table, and he autographed my first edition copy of Elfstone to Shannara.
Very nice.
Very nice.
He also
Huzzah.
ghost wrote. I don't even think he ghost wrote. He wrote the novelization of The Phantom Menace.
Really?
Yes, he did.
Huh.
Which I also have right here.
There you go. Proof.
Because somebody had
that book as well.
written in it.
Nice.
Oh, that's right. Awesome.
So,
Yeah, except for Jar Jar. That's a great movie.
right?
It is. Well, you don't want me to, you have a headache. You don't want to hear my tirade on lightsaber fights
I
in
will only
the four
say-
movies.
The Clone Wars TV series redeemed Jar Jar and the whole prequel series.
Okay, yes.
Watch it.
But I was just talking about the Phantom Menace. Yes.
Yes, The Phantom Menace, Jar Jar was awful in that movie.
Yeah, but the
I
animated...
didn't care so much.
Well, he's for, like, your 4 or 5-year-old nephew. That's who Jar Jar's
George
for.
Lucas has always said his movies were for the kids.
And that's
And
fine.
so that's, yeah.
You don't have to like
We
it.
don't have to like it,
Yeah,
but we have to accept it.
The problem is that no...
All right.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. Finish your
Fine,
thought. Then I'm
finish
going to
my
promote.
thought. I've always thought that the anger was misplaced. They all give, what's his name? Jake,
Jake Lloyd.
Jake Lloyd, thank you. So much crap about his acting in that movie when it should all be focused on Jar Jar. It's like, dude, he is a kid. Did you see him in Jingo all the way? He did just as good as a job as he did in Phantom Menace. You can't expect Shakespeare from him. He's not going to do all 5 acts of Hamlet. He's 6. You know.
Right. So, at the table, we were pre-selling tickets for the Night of the Chihuahuas movie.
Nice.
The guy that created the comic book had actually made a movie 23 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And he scrubbed it from the internet. Anytime somebody tries to post it, there's a cease and desist letter sent immediately.
Oh, wow.
He agreed to do one screening. And so we're going to screen it at the Pollock Theaters October 24th at 6:30 at night.
Bummer,
And
I
they're
might
going to
be
do
out
it.
of town.
We sold 32 tickets over the weekend. It was amazing. Yeah.
How much are tickets? You'll have to post it on the Facebook page.
I will. They made a new poster.
Yeah.
They're $14 until the day of the show. Then they go up to $16.
Night of the Chihuahuas.
Yeah, and it's going to be at the Pollock Theater, and they're going to do a Q&A afterwards and everything.
Oh, cool. Right on.
Yeah.
23 years
He's
ago.
going to try and get some of the cast
Yeah.
and some of the crew to show up.
Oh, right on. Some of the makeup guys.
What makeup? They only had like $5,000 to work with. There was no makeup.
Well, you can buy some
He's
fake
very,
blood.
very embarrassed by this movie.
Nah, it's probably a cult classic, like Manos Hands of Fate, or This Island Earth, or The Room.
Godzilla versus Bambi.
Well, it's like my oldest child, Hannah, her favorite movie is The Room. And I think I've watched it with her 3 or 4 times, and it's so bad it's
out
good.
there.
It's so terrible.
That's exactly what I'm thinking this is going to be. It's going to be so bad.
She's
It's gonna be good.
She's tearing me apart. Oh, hi, Mark. Okay, so the main character's bipolar. Check.
Yeah, so it was.
Night of the Chihuahuas. $14.
I'm
It's at
telling you, if we can get 1,000 people that will like want a DVD, I think he would actually do it.
How terrible
Now,
is this
there
movie?
a
Hold on.
link? Is there a link that I can post to buy
Yeah.
tickets from?
I can send you guys a picture of the flyer.
Please do.
Cool.
Yeah, I can do that because
When you're feeling better, you know.
Yeah, I've had a
we will
headache
definitely,
all day long. Yeah,
We'll definitely jock it on the stream. We'll see if we can't
There
sell
you
out your venue.
Wait, well, you probably drank very little water all weekend, and you were running everywhere and talking to everybody. So, yeah, I bet
Yeah,
you do have
then
a
I had to
headache the
work
last 2
yesterday.
days. Yeah.
and then I had to
hope
work
the con
yesterday.
club
You know,
doesn't
like
get you.
oh. So, but
Worth it.
overall, on was good, but there was a lot of. It seems like they're going backwards instead of going forward. It's going back to the way it was around 2017 when the guy tried to kill the Green Ranger, Jason David Frank.
Well, I hope that's not coming back. I mean, I don't, Sorry.
It's
Bad joke.
I think it's all about the money. It's all about the money for them.
It is all about the money.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
The problem is it's the needle. Okay. Little con, very fun, cheap to get in, DE-list celebrities, total good time. Because everybody's just there to play games, talk about comics, talk about movies, talk about games, do the thing, do role-playing games, do board games, do murder mystery theater, do masquerade vampire, do all the stuff at the hotel. As the needle starts to move to the other side, all of those little complications start to happen. So now we're getting higher ticket price, bigger venue, higher level. Because remember,
celebrities.
Yeah, Guy and I started having a booth in 2006 with Worldwide Villains, and we watched Cactus Comic Con turn into Phoenix Comic Con and turn into Fan Fusion. What?
Yep.
It was $400 in 2008, or Christine could tell you, the ex-wife could tell you exactly how much it was, because she's got a better memory than I do. But in 2008, 2009, you figure $400 or $500 a booth, and then by the time you're at 2010, they made all of the booths end booths, and it was $1,088 for a end.
Yep.
So when
we started in 2016 was the first year that we vended as Core 6. It was $500.
So you went to the artists
for
table.
an artist alley table.
The alley table, not the exhibitors.
Yeah.
Because we always went
not
the exhibitors.
And we moved up to an exhibitor's booth in 2019, and it was $1,000.
Yeah. See, the problem is that sorry.
And from what I heard now, an exhibitor booth is $1,500.
Oh man! And you're putting pressure on Keith the Cesare and what's her name, Bianca, and all of you guys, all of the artists. They're trying to get their comics out there because they can't be at every single comic book store every single weekend because they have a family.
Yeah.
Usually have a family too. Most of the guys. They have little kids running around and stuff. So it's just, I would like, if we were bigger and we were able to put on a con, all of the best days would be the needle from the beginning to the middle. After that, it becomes a job. Like you guys were just talking, we were just talking about, it's like, if you have to spend all your time chasing down celebrities and worrying about zoning and all that, it isn't fun anymore. This isn't, yay, let's all get together and play video games. This is rules, regulations, handbook, and your artists that can't. Some of your artists make tens of thousands of dollars at Comic-Con. Some of your artists are lucky to make $800. That's okay.
Yep.
I'll buy from both groups. I'm really into art.
Right.
I like handmade, cheap-looking stuff because I think that's neat. Because I'm pretty simple. I don't.
Now you got me wondering what, say, Game On Expo, which is a much smaller convention, what it would cost there, because it was primarily a vendor. It was an exposition. It was primarily centered around the vendor hall, and the majority of that was local artists or touring artists selling their wares. There was something I saw there that I wish I had bought, and I didn't, and now I regret it. Somebody was 3D printing stuff, and they 3D printed a Buddha that looked like the Snorlax Pokemon.
Yeah,
and I wanted Snorlax Buddha, but when I came back for him, he was gone.
Would it be Budalax or Snoraba?
I think Budalax.
Budalax sounds cooler. Behold the Budalax. Whoa.
Yeah, and I know Artist Alley tables are like $750 now.
So that means Keith
That's
Accessory
still a lot of
has to pay $700 to end.
Yeah,
That makes me
it's
angry.
insane.
Well, I'm glad
And
that you got to
Tucson-
go. And go ahead.
Lava
Tucson
Bean says
Comic-Con.
Snorlama.
Snorlama. That's good too.
Yeah, Tucson Comic Con, the booths, the Artist Alley tables there are like $230,
Tucson, here we come.
right?
Oh no, I'm not
Right?
getting.
I missed that show. That show is good.
How do I get the talking?
The what?
I'm not seeing all the conversation. I didn't even.
Hold on. Let me see what I can do.
The last thing I saw him say was 501 or 7 days.
501st?
Lava Bean. What? We actually have 5 people watching us now on Twitch. Hello and welcome to episode 72. Thank you. Don't worry. There's plenty of ADD to
There.
go around. Oh!
You know,
why,
sharing
thank
chat
you.
requires me to press the start sharing chat button. Who knew?
Huzzah! Now we know. And knowing is half the battle.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay, because I want to hear all about Comic-Con Fan Fusion before I ask him about Masters of the Universe. Because the 11-year-old boy inside me is like, what did they look? Tell me about Trapjaw. How did Stratos look?
Well, I'm done. Everything was great. I mean, we sold out of our Night of the Chihuahua trade paperbacks by Sunday afternoon. So
Right on.
yeah. So,
No,
but
took that
I am
so
going to bow out,
Okay,
and
hope you
I
feel
will
better.
try and I'll try and be back next week. So, bye guys, and have
Bye,
a great
take
show.
care.
Feel better.
Bye. I
Take
will.
care of your mom.
Take care,
Say hi
Chris.
to her for us.
I will.
Thank you. Yeah.
So,
Masters.
Masters of the Universe.
He-Man.
Let me see how I'm going to do this without dropping any spoilers, because the movie's only been out 5 days, so I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But I can tell you what I liked about the movie without dropping spoilers.
Okay.
I'm not sure which character was Stratos. I was a little bit old for He-Man, so I never watched the cartoons because I was too busy doing high school kid things and playing D&D.
Gotcha. He was the guy that flies. One of the good guys. Gray, red, blue.
Red and blue?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he the
There's
guy
a
with
bunch
the
of-
stretchy neck?
That's
Mecha Neck.
Mechaneck and Ram Man and
Mechaneck and Ram Man and Fisto were all in it.
Fisto.
Man
Okay.
at Arms was in it. Tila was in it. Evil Lynn, the Sorceress, Cringer, all of it.
Granger.
It was all there.
Snake
And-
Mountain.
One of the best things about it is they didn't try to change Skeletor. He
Really?
wasn't the Frank Langella Skeletor. He was the cartoon Skeletor.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Yes, he was that.
It should be Alan
was-
Hop Oppenheimer.
No, well, it was actually Jared Leto, and it was great because you didn't know it was Jared Leto.
Really? I hate Jared
Yeah.
Leto. I don't want to.
I'm not.
I don't want to enjoy
I don't hate him,
him.
but I'm not a big fan. But he did good as Skeletor.
All right, maybe he has redeemable
But-
qualities that we don't know about.
But it hit all the He-Man notes that you wanted to hit.
Really? That's
Yes.
awesome. Triclops and Trapjaw and Beastman and Merman.
It had Trapjaw and Beastman. I'm not sure about Triclops.
Dude,
because they didn't
eyes.
use their names, so the character was probably there. I just didn't know what I was looking at.
He had a green thing, and he has 3 different eyes. One of them has a beam. He's like a Cyclops, but he... Okay, never mind.
I didn't see that one. But they had Mechaneck and Ram Man and Fisto. And there were some... they definitely had some fun with Ram Man and Fisto.
Yeah, can you really give spoilers out when all the stories have been out for 40 years?
Yeah, no, this was the classic He-Man. It was kind of like almost like setting up a franchise. It starts with, at the beginning, Skeletor attacks, messes up Eternia, and they send young Prince Adam, who's only 10, away to Earth with the Power Sword so that he can summon himself back. Well, he loses the sword, and hilarity ensues.
Because they have to figure out a way to make it to Earth, because for some reason we have to put Earth in Eternia. Like the last movie where we bring He-Man to Earth. Really?
Yeah, well, this did, and it made sense the way it worked, but...
It sounds a lot better. It sounds more fun, more...
It was like continuity. The cartoon. It was very, very much a cartoon. And the best part, what happens at the end of every He-Man episode?
Knowledge. Like
the Orko lesson.
Yes.
Orko shows up and gives you the day's lesson. Orko shows up at the end of the movie and gives you the day's lesson. It's the only place he's in the whole movie.
Good. That's where he should be. That's too funny.
And Idris Elba killed it as Man-at-Arms.
Really?
Yes,
he's a great actor.
Good.
It's like,
he is.
He's going to be great. Well, yeah, he is going to be great.
Pretty much everybody else in there was nobodies. Nobody I'd ever heard of. Well, maybe the girl that played Tila. I don't remember her name, but I think she's a fairly famous young actress.
I'm so behind on who's who in Hollywood that it's probably
that's not my thing. That's the missus. She keeps up on all that stuff. She knows who is who.
Well, once you get to the 90s, I'm lost.
But if y'all are He-Man fans, can't recommend it enough. I know it didn't do well at the box office, but that's because a lot of people decided to go see Stinky Movie instead.
Stinky Movie?
Scary Movie.
Oh, Scary Movie.
I didn't like the first one. I thought it a little bit silly.
Well,
but it was a number one for the weekend. It's supposed to be silly.
It's supposed to be Airplane, Top Secret, Hot Shots, student bodies.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be dumb.
But there's a reason they only made one Top Secret and one Hot Shots and one student bodies.
You said
instead of how many is this one on? But it did a lot of money.
Yeah, hey, we need to laugh.
And the bottom line is they make movies to make money. That's why I had to laugh when Gene Wilder, back when they redid the Willy Wonka stuff with Johnny Depp. He came on and said, they're only making these movies to make money. Well, duh.
Yes.
That's why they make movies.
Gene. That's true. We used to do it for fun. And then they found people that
indie films do it for fun. But indie films also don't get the budgets that the big blockbusters do.
No, so they have to be very clever, and that creates amazing ingenuity and better plots, better cinematography, better...
And it is written by the Wayans brothers, so you know it's going to be funny.
Yeah. It's going to be super weird and fun. But yeah. No, I would love to go out loud. So I'm glad you enjoyed Masters of the Universe. I'm glad it's a good movie. That it's more like the cartoon with Oppenheimer.
It was exactly like the cartoon. Evelyn spoke in her over-the-top way of speaking, just like Evelyn. And yeah, Skeletor was every bit the weenie boy that Skeletor from the comic books was.
No! Oh, good.
He-Man. Bring me that sword, idiot!
You'll be sorry when I get... Yeah, it's going to be great. Well, Skeletor's just such a
for the second after credits scene.
Uh-oh. Okay.
Won't tell you anything about it. Stay for the second after
Telling
credits scene.
everyone that there's a thing is good enough. You don't have to.
That's all.
So was
The
it fair?
Orko is the first after credit scene, but that's not really a spoiler telling you that it ends the way it should.
I think Cannonball Run is the first movie where we really fall in love with stuff going on in the credits. And then they start doing it in cartoons, and then they start... Sorry, go ahead. Spoilers.
All the movies that had Dom DeLuise and Burt Reynolds in it, they like to play the bloopers during the closing credits.
Yeah, because they have to take a million takes because they can't stop laughing. Or the second one, I'm going to take those rosary bleeds and stick them up your nose. These bleeds right here? Yes, those bleeds.
I saw something today about laughing on the set when they were filming Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Actually, no. I think it was The Life of Brian. Life of Brian had the biggest dickest joke in it, didn't it? Well, during that, the soldiers in the background that are trying not to laugh were extras.
Yep.
And Terry Gilliam told him when he started filming, any of the extras that laugh, you will go home for the day unpaid. And so you can see them in the background straining and doing their best not to crack up.
To laugh. Well, Michael Palin of all people.
Well, Michael Palin, the comic genius. Just,
biggest hit wife you know. Christine told me that.
Incontinentia buttocks.
Incontinentia? Incontinentia buttocks. What? Get him! Seize that man! And the one guy just loses it, and he throws his spear on the ground. You can tell he's like in that mode of, oh my God, I'm going home, but I'm the first one to hear this joke before it hits the theaters. Revel in it.
Yes, apparently they did that take a bunch of different times, and they came up with a different name every time.
Oh my God.
And that was the last take, and that's the one that he went with, because I think Terry Gilliam realized his extras weren't going to last a lot longer.
This is it. We need them to be serious in other scenes before they start laughing. Crucifixion's the worst type of torture. Could be stabbed. You're a weirdo. I know where to get it if you want it. I love Life of Brian. The best is the fact that Eric Idle went to George Harrison and told him the entire plot of the movie. And George is like, that sounds hysterical. When are you going to finish it? Well,
we don't have any money.
That's the problem, George. We don't have enough money to make the movie. Oh, right. Is $21 million enough? How come we don't have friends like this? We did. They're dead. Oh, man. $21 million to make a movie.
I would love to
spend
an evening picking George Harrison's brain. He's my favorite Beatle.
He's
I think he's the best singer and the best guitar player in the band.
I think he's the coolest Beatle.
And the best songwriter.
Because he doesn't try. He's just like the dry, funny, straight man. He's a prolific singer, prolific songwriter. One of the favorite members of Traveling Wilburys. I mean...
Greatest supergroup of all time. Traveling Wilburys.
I have to agree. Because George is different. Well, you know, George and Ringo get along very well. Paul and George get along very well. But John is a little more driven. And George is just not that aggro. He's mellow. He's laid back. He's just not... I don't need to be the alpha. I don't need to swing my dick around to prove that I'm... You know, you want to go do that? By all means, man, lead us. I'll let you know when I'm not on board anymore. I mean, that's how I kind of pictured him, how he was in the 60s, yeah.
Have you watched the Peter Jackson documentary?
Oh, another on the list then, no.
No. They were going to, I think it was 68 or 69, the Beatles were going to do a live TV show.
Really?
And they rented studio space and were rehearsing in that space, and there were videographers filming that whole thing. Well, a couple of years ago, Peter Jackson got hold of all of that footage, and it's out there. Yes. The
Interesting.
Beatles actually, and you can see that really Yoko had nothing to do with the breakup of the Beatles. She sat in the corner knitting and was completely quiet.
Whoa.
She had nothing to do with the breakup of the Beatles.
I wonder if I'm having a connection problem. Anyway.
No,
I
see
think
you here.
she was just like the cherry on the cake of the,
Yeah, I think it was more the media went and ran with it because she was weird and avant-garde. She wasn't traditionally beautiful, so the media didn't take to her.
The media went crazy with it because Cynthia was his first wife. We have Julian, it's supposed to be this happy family. He's a rock star, but that's not really going to make him happy, is it? So the other half of the matter is you have that. There's an interview, I think, before, because I remember, because, Christine and I were married forever, we talked. And there's that one interview where they asked the one guy asked John Lennon, John, is Ringo the best drummer in the world? And John pops back with, Ringo's not even the best drummer in the Beatles.
It was Paul that said that, not John.
Oh, I thought it was, really?
No, because Paul is also a drummer.
Yes, he is. A very good one, actually.
The first Paul McCartney album, he played all the instruments. All of them.
That's not surprising.
No.
Yeah.
They ribbed Ringo, but they were in awe of Ringo's drumming because he did a lot of things.
Yeah.
There's a video out there on YouTube called The Genius of Ringo. Watch it, and you'll understand why I say he's one of the greatest drummers. Why? Not because he was flashy like a Neil Peart or, Emerson, Lake and Palmer. He wasn't a progressive, very complex drummer, but he always put the exact right beat on every song. He always gave it exactly what it needed, never more, never less. And if you go listen to just isolate the drumming on some of the tracks, he doesn't get nearly enough credit.
He's good at putting his own flair on it, because a lot of drummers will just drum.
He's a feel master, and he's the master of feel as well.
Oh yeah, but yeah, there was problems in the Beatles long before. Well, I mean, you can only be told, it's Simon and Garfunkel. You can only be told what to do so long, or tell somebody what to do so long before animosity sets in. And then sides are chosen, and then the next thing you know, everybody's pissed off at everybody else, and now everybody's yelling. Hope that doesn't happen to us.
No. I don't have the energy to be mean to people.
Oh, I do, but you got to earn it. I'm not just me. Well, depends. Most of the time, no, but you never know.
But I heard a story of Ringo every 3 years does his all-star band tour where he gets members from classic groups from the 60s, 70s, 80s, and each of them will get a turn to do their song. Well, he says when he auditions drummers for the group, he'll bring them in, sit them down at the drum set, and say, all right, give me a shuffle beat. All right, now hold it for 8 minutes.
Oh, man.
He's like, if you can do that, you're as good a drummer as me. If you can't do that, then yeah.
8 minutes in a song is a long time when you're a drummer.
8 minutes just doing a shuffle beat. Yeah,
that's
yes.
You're going to be
hold
creative.
It for 8 minutes. That's
about
we
6
don't
and a half.
care about your
fancy.
technical brilliance.
Yeah. Get real fancy at 6 minutes. That'll be good.
Well, when Ringo joined the Beatles, he had been the big star in Hamburg. He was in another group, and it was much bigger than the Beatles. And they fired Pete Best to go after him. And one of the first things they asked him is, "What do you think about drum solos?" And his response was, "I don't like them." Because Pete Best was a hotshot drummer, and he always wanted his drum solos and stuff. He was also very charismatic with the ladies, and I think Paul and John probably had enough of that. We can never know what really went down.
Not really.
But I don't think the Beatles would have been the Beatles without Ringo. Not the Beatles we know. And
they were the Clarences.
Sorry, brother, you weren't quite there.
Eddie Murphy, Saturday Night Live. They weren't the Beatles. They were the Clarences. You could hear me go, "How!" in the middle of the song, right there. Here, see it? I love that bit. Hey, the Beatles did a lot with 5 chords. How many?
Well, and then the Beach Boys made them break out of that. Paul listened to the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, and they had, 5-part harmonies and complex chord changes and time changes and all of that. And he was like, wow,
we got to step it up.
We're not even close to this.
Yeah.
So Paul dug down deep, and that's when they came out with Sgt. Pepper. And Sgt. Pepper was a very experimental album compared to what the Beatles had put out before.
Oh, my, yeah. From Love, Love Me Do to Day in the Life. Night and day. From She Loves You, Yeah, 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 to Rocky Raccoon.
Woke up, fell out of bed, dragged a comb
across my head. I went upstairs and drank a cup.
Many years ago, me and the missus went to see the Beatles' Love, the Cirque du Soleil show in Vegas.
How was it?
It was awesome.
Right.
And we had front row seats.
Yeah.
And one of the things is while we're in the venue, sitting down, waiting for the show to start, they're playing Beatles music in the background with the vocal tracks edited out. So it's just the music.
Oh. So all the fans are singing all the lyrics.
I was. Maybe everybody else was too, but I knew the lyrics to every song that they played.
Mm-hmm.
That's my superpower.
Yeah.
We can be somebody will put on classic rock radio, song will come on, I'll sing to it. The next song will come on, I'll sing to it. The next song will come on, I'll sing to it. Somebody asks, how many songs do you know? All of them.
All of them?
I know all of them. If I hear a song more than 3 times, the words start to stick whether I want them to or not. You know how many Backstreet Boys I know the words to? Because I worked at AEZ for years.
What's the other one? New Kids on the Block. There's that group too. And then there was NSYNC. And there was
NSYNC and the Backstreet Boys, yeah.
I mean, they were almost doo-wop, but
they were modern R&B, and they all stole their bit from Boyz II Men.
Boyz II Men is the last doo-wop group until the Pentatonics people were formed, if you ask me, because they even do several covers.
In the Still of the Night. It was an awesome cover.
By the Five Satins originally. In the still Yep, great song.
Yes, they do a beautiful cover of that.
Earth Angel by the Penguins. That was, my parents that was their music. That was playing in the house when I was young. The Platters, the Beach Boys. Wow, we talked about this last week. Anyway. Masters of the Universe, go see it. It has Jingo's approval.
Absolutely.
The council's
and
approval.
I'm not necessarily a big He-Man fan, and I still loved it. It didn't do well at the box office, but I think it's going to maybe pick up some steam by word of mouth.
See,
because I'm trying to... and I think it's destined to be a cult classic as well.
Here's my take on, say, G.I. Joe. It is very cool that they made the G.I. Joe movies. They're awesome. They're action-packed. They're fun. But they should have been like the comics back in the 80s. And literally, they missed out on a golden opportunity. Because Cobra doesn't, just roll in and take over a country. They have all these little terrorist op things going on. And they're constantly endangering the public. So almost every 20 minutes in the movie, they could have had a thing where kids found a live wire or, hey, kids, don't go near there. Oh, I didn't know. And now you know. And knowing is half the battle. G.I. Joe, because that was at the end of every, Orko's daily lesson.
Yes. It would have been brilliant had they done that.
Sorry, that's my cartoon brain.
G.I. Joe It's a Hasbro property, and Hasbro was in charge of those movies.
There you go. So they'll never be
He-Man
any
is a
fun.
Mattel property.
Yes,
the same
it is.
people that brought you the Barbie movie, which I haven't seen, but I have been told was awesome.
I've heard that too. I have not seen it yet, but
I intend to see it
yeah.
at some point.
Margot Robbie, I'm down. And is it Kristen Weir in it? Totally down.
I have no idea who's in it.
I think she's the one that's like drawn all over, and she's like, anyway, I don't know. They're gonna make Toy Story 5. Why? I mean, do we need this?
Now, I haven't seen all of 3. I've only seen the first 2.
I would like it if they would do a whole new story, but they would take the exact same cast, but cast them as each
As
other.
different toys.
Whoever does the best imitation of the other actor, that's who should play that character. So it's like Tom Hanks being Tim Allen for 2 hours and vice versa. And you have like, John Ratzenberger being Don Redgolds or Cliffy Clavin, the modern Renaissance man trapped in a bar because no one will listen to it. Oh yeah, they know me, you know it. But he's in every single Pixar movie. John Ratzenberger.
Oh yeah, he was in Star Wars.
Yes, he was. And House 2. He plays the electrician / adventurer. Oh, we've got a hole in your wall to another dimension. Don't go in that hole. Don't go down that hole. Oh, they never listen to me. These customers, I don't understand. He reaches into his toolbox and he's got like a cutlass in there and a torch. All right, Bill's going to come save you. And he goes down and he rescues them. Oh, those were good movies. Bippy.
I like Absurdity.
But
anyways,
yeah, if they were all playing other, if it was all switched around, I would totally go see that. Like they made a whole new movie, nothing to do with toys. Like they could even be aliens on another planet. And it's all them playing each other. That would be iconic. I would go see that. I don't have any money, but if I had money, I'd pay money to go see that.
Yes.
Excellent.
That could be fun.
Where Andy's toys meet Andy's mom's toys, also named Woody and Buzz.
God. What did you say, Rob?
I was going to say, it could be fun if you took the cast, if you took the primary cast, and you sat them down in a room, told them, you bring them in, you say, we're going to do a table read. Oh, okay, great, what's the table read? And when they get there, you say, what movie do you guys want to make collectively under the Pixar umbrella?
Oh,
it's not going to be Toy Story. It's not going to be, we're going to sit down and you guys get to spend the next week figuring out what story would you like to tell as a cast. And these are some comedic geniuses, some great acting geniuses.
Yeah. But
these are some storytellers. And could you imagine how they would put together a story like that? You put a couple of really good writers in the room, their whole job, you don't even tell them who the writers are, their whole job is to just sit there and take notes. And when it's all said and done, you bring them back and say, this is what we think we're going to do. Mm. Can you imagine how fun that would be for the cast? True. And how much would that fun permeate into the production? How much fun would they have building that?
Well, I think it would be a lot of fun. One of the greatest performances ever in cartoon history that ever existed was done by Mel Blanc. And he when Daffy is dressed as Bugs and Bugs is dressed as Daffy. Here's a guy that does both voices, pretending to be both voices in 2 different ways. And it's some of the most genius acting that nobody ever talks about.
Oh, yeah.
And I
think just let these people go wild.
Yep.
It's like, what was it? Years and years ago, Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters were given they were given absolute freedom and it pulled together. And if I remember right, it was like a 45-minute program that was put up on one of the networks. So,
Oh, wow.
45 minutes of
Just
video that was
insanity.
shown with all of the rest of it. Yeah, and it was the two of them just playing off of each other. They walk into a room, and one is dressed in one outfit, one is dressed in another outfit, and it's like, go. And they had a field day with it. And I cannot, for the life of me, remember the name of the program. I remember it was an adventure, and I remember vaguely watching it the first time and then seeing it replayed a few times on some of these retrospectives about Jonathan Winters and Robin Williams and how they just played off of each other so incredibly well. But, you could just imagine some of that, letting them have that kind of freedom to just run with it. But if you took some of these folks and you put them into that room and you just say, let's hear your brains vomit all over this table and we'll figure out what we can come up with.
Well, they were both improvisational
Masters of improv, yeah. I mean,
and they could read a room. They could read the person that they were with, and they were exceptional at just making that change, making that movement, and adapting and running it through. And there are some folks out there that can do that today, but we don't hear about them as much because that doesn't flow as well as it once did. When you had Johnny Carson, who would bring these people on and give them, here's 15 minutes. I want you to just have a good time, and I'll throw some questions at you I think we need to prompt you. Go have a good time. We don't do that as much anymore.
I think that you're right, and I think it comes down to one of the aspects of Jonathan Winters and all of the Marx Brothers and the Stooges are in their own, and I guess Rickles and Shecky Green is in here too, where, like you said, they need to read the room. Bob Newhart has stories. Bob Hope reacts to what's going on, but Robin Williams and Jonathan Winters, they either create an entire narrative right there on the spot, or they bring the audience. Like, one of the greatest scenes ever is Robin Williams, and I believe 77 or 78, and it is his young comedian special where he is the young comedian of San Francisco for that year. And he comes out of the stage pretending like it's a bad Roman movie. And then he starts just like making up all these names and walking past people. And then he makes this joke, and this woman just cracks up really loud in the audience. So her laugh is so loud that he stops and recoils and makes her part of the show. And he goes, my sister hernia, what news? Well,
see, that's absorbing and just, never stopping. Everything is a riff.
Yes.
And I would love to, I can do that in spurts. Robin Williams could turn it on like a fucking spigot. It was just tap water to him. It just flowed.
He was just into that madness that, sorry, Rob, go ahead.
No, I agree. I'd seen a few current actors and actresses who've been able to do that, like Rob said, in spurts, but I don't know how well they can continue it. Chris Helmsworth, I saw a sequence that he did on an Australian daytime television show. And the person, I want to say that the lady presenter was a relative or a friend, and she was talking about, if I remember correctly, she was in a pasture, and they were overlooking this beautiful pasture and horses, and she was talking about an event that was going on and the horses, and suddenly Chris Helmsworth just kind of pops in and starts throwing things in, and they're playing off of each other, and they're having a really good time playing it out. And I looked at that and I thought, okay, now this is somebody who's got that skill set, but how comfortable is he in just an open space? You don't get to see that very often.
Yeah.
Who's the other? Anna Kendrick, is that her name? The girl from
the Pitch Perfect, or what?
Yes, from Pitch Perfect.
Yes,
I've seen her do similar things. One of the best I ever saw for her was she was doing one of the comedy shows, and it was, goodness gracious, now I can't remember the gentleman's name. Basically, he would bring people, or he would come out between takes, and he would do in between, and they would present this on YouTube. But she popped her head out, and she took over that whole thing. And the bit that she played into was the audience was talking about how people have their list of celebrities that they and their partner would be allowed to have relationships with.
Yeah, a real a list based in reality.
Exactly. So Anna's sitting there, and this lady is talking about it, and she says, "Oh yeah, Anna, you're on my husband's list." And of course, he ran with it for about 5 minutes. She's, hey, what are you guys doing? Hey, what are you doing? You guys want to talk afterwards? And I mean, it just
she's totally into you, dude.
And she was having a good time going after the presenter because he had no idea. It was the young South African comedian who took over after Colbert. So,
Gotcha.
but it was very
Noah.
Yeah, and he
can't think of his last name.
And he's completely thrown off because he has no issue. This is a thing. She's like, "Oh yeah, you don't have that. Let me tell you about my list." And
let me give you the first 50. Okay.
And everybody was just they're dying, and then he would move on to another subject, and she just jumped right in, and she's throwing the good one-liners in, and I'm thinking, okay, she's another one who could be fun. Margot Robbie has proven that on different events where she's been there. He's done that to
Jamie Presley.
Graham Norton.
The list is really long.
These are some folks that could have a field day. So I just think, how much fun would it be to take them and basically you throw them completely out of their comfort zone? Yeah. Most of them are used to, okay, here's a script, and I'm going to give you, as a director, I'm going to give you some carte blanche. You can go ahead and run with this and let's have fun, but we have to finish the script. Where if you took them in and say, okay, here's your script, and it's a blank page with the name of a character, and guess what? You 5 get to have a field day today, play with the audience, have a good time. I want to see what develops.
Okay, this character's motivation is this, and this is his problem. This character's motivation. Go!
It would be
exercises like that.
Is there a script? No, there's more of an outline. Just go. It's Commedia dell'arte.
Taking the whose line is it anyway and running with it, letting them have a field day with it.
That's
another group that, what's the one we love most out of whose line is it anyways? We use it in D&D and Castles and Crusades. What are you going to do? Vicious Mockery.
Take it away. Take it away.
Yeah.
One of the
Ryan Stiles and Wayne Brady, genius.
One of the funniest English ones ever that I saw. That was the UK with what's his name instead of Drew Carey. He had Greg Proops is on the show, and he had Greg Proops
appeared on the American one a few times too.
Who?
Greg Proops.
Oh yeah, he's on. Yeah, he is hysterical. If you can catch him on Getting Dug with High, I think he's got 3 episodes. All of his stories about smoking weed with celebrities are just hysterical or interesting. Anyway, the announcer makes them play James Bond, so they have to make up a James Bond movie right on the spot. And Greg Proops plays the bad guy. Wow, now, Mr. Bond, to torture you, I will force you to make love to my secretary. Oh, wait, no, that's not. And then I don't remember, he's a famous, funny comedian, but I can't remember his name. And he's supposed to be playing James Bond, and then he meets this other guy, and they're supposed to be, all this stuff is going on, and these guys are attacking, and this and that. He's like, we're never going to make it through. Hold on. I know a way. And he goes, pretends that he opens a door. There, we're through. Let's go. Like, he rolled a 20. That was pretty good. Both of them are good. I love Whose Line Is It Anyway? I love improvisational comedy. It's an art. I mean, you can.
I said we did a lot of it in high school drama. What we do is the drama teacher would give everybody a little slip of paper and say, all right, write one word on that piece of paper. Then he'd gather them all together in a coffee can and he'd pick 3 people, you, and you. And we'd each pick a piece of paper out, and then we'd get 5 minutes to go out in the hallway and construct a skit based on the 3 words on that piece of paper. But we weren't allowed to tell the other students in the class what those words were, and we weren't allowed to say those words. We had to act them out in improv, and the rest of the group try to figure out what our 3 words
that
were.
is a fun exercise. There's so many. I mean, they do a lot of fun exercises in the American Whose Line Is It Anyway, but there's so many more that they don't do. But they do the ones they do because fans write in and fans yell from that's what they want to see. One I love is when Road Trip, where the first guy has to establish a personality, and the next act, there's 4 actors, and the second actor puts his thumb out, and he stops the car, and he puts him in, and now the second guy has to have a totally different personality, and the first guy has to mimic the second guy, and then the third guy, the first and second guy have to mimic the third. They always become the new person in the car.
That's not an easy thing to do.
No, it's not. And especially if you know that actor and then you start mimicking their body language and they get all mad. Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about.
The other one that I enjoy with that as far as an exercise is when they would do the must answer in a question. Whatever the event was,
yes.
You have to answer it, and they have to keep going back and forth with questions. And you always watch them. They get going, they have a good run, and somebody throws that one underhanded shot in as a question.
Yeah.
The other person gets caught, and they're like, I'm out.
That's too much.
I don't know. Oh, I love when they do superheroes. I love when they do sitting, standing, lying down. And then one of them will get up and they all have to they all have to change position. Or the standing guy will sit down and then the other 2 have to move. That one's fun. Backwards sket. Ryan Stiles, the big tall guy, and the British guy I was talking about earlier. I don't remember what aisle he's from. Forgive me I don't remember if he's English or Scottish or Welsh or Irish. It was so long. It was 30 fucking years ago. Because British Whose Line Is It Anyway used to be on Comedy Central like late at night. So I have like Mark Firestone made a whole bunch of MST3K VHSs, and there would be cartoons and there would be Whose Line Is It Anyway and some other funny stuff on there. And then one of them was you're going into the army, you're the doctor, you're the recruit. Go, action. And the first one guy goes, take my trousers off now. That's what he led with.
Yeah, they had some good ones. I don't remember the name of the skit, but one of the guys was supposed to be a Russian hockey player. And he said, my name is Grabzak Turnenkov. I lost it.
Nah,
and so I've actually had an RPG character with that name.
Oh, that's
Grabzak Turnenkov. And I pronounced it Turnenkov. And the game master never caught on.
Yeah. Last name? Weipenschmier. What?
Sven in the channel said, posture check. Everybody sit up straight.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. You're slouching again. Well, that happens now that I'm older. What's another good one? I always loved when they were people at a. You had to figure out who they were when they had to play a celebrity, but there was also something wrong with them.
I remember that, yes.
So they have like one person is the host of the party, and it's the bizarre party guests. Hey. Following everyone.
And a completely unrelated note, I was looking at today in history.
Oh, yes, please.
Did you know today is Donald Duck's birthday?
Yes.
On this date in 1934, he appeared in the cartoon The Wise Little Hen, his very first
introduction to... Oh, where did that go? Oh, here it is, on this day. On this day, the year of our Lord. Okay, well...
Didn't they also say that in 1942, in one of the cartoons talking about him being inducted in the military, we learned what his middle name was because he was inducted into the service.
Yes, Donald Duck was in the Navy. Because Disney and Warner Brothers both did propaganda cartoons for the United States government.
The Bugs Bunny.
Yeah. The Gremlins from the Gremlins.
The Bugs Bunny Army cartoons are hilarious when they put him into boot camp. When they turn right, and he knocks everybody down. Turn left, or the eye test. AE 32 37. And then he reads, printed by U.S. Army. And the guy's like, wait, what? Where is it? Pass.
And was it Warner Brothers or Disney that did Private Snafu? All of those warning cartoons.
I think
tell privates
Disney.
What to do. Yeah, you had Private Snafu. And the whole idea was to make it palatable to tell you, don't do this. Pay attention to that. Stop doing that.
Wow. Like Gallant and Goofus and all the other... Hey, kids. Don't put that hamster in the microwave. It'll die.
Well, I'm not seeing who produced them, but the voice of Private Snafu was Mel Blanc.
Was okay. So it had to have been Warner Brothers was involved.
The Mel Blanc. Can't take
Well,
this.
Mel Blanc did more than just Warner Brothers cartoons.
Oh yeah.
He was
But
Tweety.
he was the first Barney Rubble.
Yes, he was.
He was Mr. Spacely.
That's right. He was George Jetson. That's right.
You're fired!
He was Mr. Spacely for Spacely Sprockets.
During the 40s, he was a captive. He was captive property, I think, for Warner Brothers. So they would have made a deal to let him do other things.
On all those racist Jack Benny jokes, because Mel can do like 50 different nationalities.
Yep.
Like the British
Here's
horse
some
and the
trivia
British
for you
bull
about
and-
Private Snafu. The character was created by Frank Capra,
Really?
who was the chairman of the U.S. Army Air Force
Yes.
1st Motion Picture Unit. And most of the shorts were written by Theodore Geisel, Philip Eastman, and Monroe Leaf.
Wow.
Dr.
And
Seuss.
most of you know that Theodore Geisel was Dr.
Dr.
Seuss.
Yep.
I'm not going to have kids, so I'll entertain your kids. That's what he said famously once. Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, really.
But
Appreciate
yes,
that.
they were actually produced by the United States Army, but there were a lot of celebrity power behind it at the time.
If you think about
Yep.
it, most of the Capra movies have military figures in them, or even in the course of It's a Wonderful Life. Half of the subplot evolves around George dying, and no one was there to pull
Save him.
save his brother from the ice. George lost the hearing in his ear that day. Pete, what's his brother's name?
What?
Damn it. George and... What's George Bailey's brother's name? That's a trivia question. He's a war hero. I know your brother Billy. That's a lie. He's in a nut house. I love It's a Wonderful Life. kind of the best out of all of his schlocky Christmas movies. Because this one's about manipulation, but it's like two different forces well, I guess most of them are that way, aren't they? There's the double. What the hell is his name? Sam Wayne. God damn it. Hold, please. What the hell is his brother's name?
Yeah.
George Bailey, Mary Hatch, Mr. Potter, Uncle Billy, Clarence, Mrs. Bailey, Ernie, Bert, Violet, Mr. Gower, Sam Wainwright, Harry Bailey. Harry Bailey lived. He saved every man on that. Okay, we can get out of Christmas now. It's still June. Thank you for coming with me. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just said ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. Because, like, I watched The Bishop's Wife with Cary Grant, and it's too much goof. And the plot doesn't make a whole lot of sense. An angel has come to take a piece of history away so that we don't learn it, and meanwhile there's a professor trying to learn it, and meanwhile a bishop is trying to make things better so that is that a parish? His following and his community and his wife and his secretary and everybody can do a little better. But it's like that mysterious stranger movie that they made with Fred Gwynne and those other two kid actors. The one that's in Meatballs and the other blonde kid that's in every fucking movie that was in the mid-'70s ever.
Do not remember.
Anyway, that's it. It's neither here nor there. But, yeah. Is most best. So, the professor says at one point, because if you want to know the quote, I can't remember the setup, but his quote is, if you want to know who the beautiful women are, ask the old men. Because sometimes the prettiest face isn't the most beautiful woman. She's just the prettiest face. Because the whole thing is the angel is after the bishop's wife, and the bishop is they're very, very happily married. So it just gets weird at one point, you know? Anyway.
So what happens when halfway through a movie the studio decides to interfere?
That's kind of what
You end
happened.
up getting continuity errors.
It's Cary Grant. If he's not kissing a woman, the women in the audience will get distracted. What? Yeah. Yeah. So yes. Oh, what else is there? Nero kills himself. I saw that. That's Nero. He's a fucking psychopath.
Yes, Nero killed himself.
Odo Aquitaine defeats Ayyad, Muslim army, in Battle of Toulouse, halting the Arab expansion into Western Europe.
Milton Berle's last show aired today.
Excuse me. Donald Duck. Jelly Roll Blues. Awesome. I love old jazz.
Oh, on this day in film history, Richard Pryor burned himself up freebasing.
I remember seeing that in the news. Say no to drugs, kids. We don't endorse them here. Well, some of them. Not all of them. Most drugs, no. Leave them alone. Peter the Great was born. George Cole Porter. And then we've got National Day of... It's Donald Duck Day, as you had already said. Coral Triangle Day, Protect the Marine Ecosystem. National Meal Prep Day. National Forklift Safety Day. National...
Oh, yay.
National Call Your Doctor Day. Your doctor's fine. Okay, and then we've got National Fishing and Boat Week and Pet World Memorial Day and International Day of Celtic Art. National Strawberry Rhubarb Pie Day.
I have never had strawberry rhubarb pie.
I'm not a big fan of strawberries, but this is very good because rhubarb is kind of close to strawberry if you stew it just right. Yeah, it's good.
On this day in 1958, the inventor of the Wilhelm scream, Sheb Woolley, hits number 1 with the Purple People Eater.
It was a one-eyed, one warm, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. They made a movie about that. It was like a Baby Huey, like a goofy guy in a felt costume running around kind of movie.
Oh, yeah, it was silly.
It was for kids.
Did he play rock and roll from the horn on his head?
I believe he did, yes. It's up there on the level with, like, you know, Wallace and Ladmo, where you're like, this is awesome. This is for children. Yeah. Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Oh, we had several Goofy Greats albums when I was a kid. They're all weird novelty songs. Like Transfusion by Nervous Norvus.
Transfusion. Oh, man. Heard that on the Dr. Demento show.
Yes.
I remember all the fun Sesame Street. Like the guy who did the song with Oscar the Grouch in the early 70s where they sing about garbage. And he has the kids say the word garbage like 50 times in the song. Come on, say it, growl it, garbage. And the kids just have a blast. Well, all of the Schoolhouse Rock, all of the Electric Company song, all of those were good songs. And then, like, one day I couldn't get the Alligator King song out of my head, so I had to look it up, and I did not know that guy was a famous bluegrass musician. And Jim Henson was like, hey, I got this song. And then he even changed the very end lyric, according to the trivia. Because Henson originally wrote it, the crown is your. I hope you don't mind the dents. I got it on sale at a discount store. It cost me all of but it was different. It was. I got it on sale at a 7-cent store and they changed the lyric because I guess it flowed better with the timing and everything. But I had no idea. And of course, Henson is a bluegrass fan. That should have made sense immediately. Kermit the Frog plays his banjo every chance he gets.
I love me some bluegrass music.
Hillbilly heavy
band
metal.
out there. There's a band out there called Nickel Creek. Look into them.
Are they the ones that do like Thunderstruck and Metallica?
No, that is their name is Hayseed Dixie.
Oh, yes. Okay. Them I've seen several of their videos.
No, Nickel Creek is a serious, not comedy,
okay.
Serious bluegrass band.
Gotcha.
I believe the song that I'm thinking of is called "The Lighthouse's Tale,"
Really?
and it's a sad song. It's a
Ooh.
great song. Lots of good mandolin and banjo in it. Another band out there, if you like bluegrass, is called the Dead South.
Yes.
And they're kind of like the grunge of bluegrass.
They kind of are. I was reading on the one where they are playing and then it's like them in every location.
Yeah.
The dead redhead, deadhead.
That
one.
In hell, I'll be in good
when
company.
I count, in hell, I'll be in good company.
He said it. Yes. So if you read the comments, it's like, the first time I saw this song, I was drunk, really drunk. Guess who's getting a banjo soon off of eBay in the mail?
Yeah, I love the Dead South. But they were not a bluegrass band. They were a rock band. And they're from Canada, actually.
Right on.
And they were a rock band and not gaining any traction, so they said, we need to reinvent ourselves.
That's how it happens.
Why not bluegrass? We'll be the dirtiest, grungiest bluegrass band ever. And they formed the Dead South, and well, now they're getting traction.
band of
It's a
four.
bluegrass band with a cello in the band.
Yeah.
And he plays it like a guitar.
Yeah. In the early 70s, four guys in San Francisco made a band about being it from the South because they were in love with Leonard Skinner and other bands, and they were called Creedence Clearwater Revival. Oh, born in the jungle. They're from San Francisco, never been to the jungle.
Never been to the swamp.
Never
They
been to the
sound like
swamp.
they're from Louisiana, never been to the swamp. They're a San Francisco college kid.
Billy Joel said it best. I was scared to write, was it Goodnight Saigon? His song about Vietnam, and it is a powerful song. But he was terrified that vets were going to be pissed at him. He's like, I've never been to Vietnam. I've never been in the army. What the hell do I know about? No, you got to write this song. And he wrote it, and the song is amazing. And it became synonymous with the war, synonymous with the vets, synonymous with everything. And it's operatic. It's an amazing song off of Nylon Curtain. But he's never been to Vietnam. Well, I mean, he probably has by now.
Yes. Charlie Daniels did something similar. They did a song called Still in Saigon. A fan sent him the lyrics. Somebody who was in Saigon. A guy that actually experienced, wrote those lyrics, sent it to Charlie Daniels, and him and his band put it to music and released it as a single. I still have that single.
Really? We'll have to find it.
If I remember right, The Legend of Woolly Swamp is the back side of that one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I was a big Charlie Daniels fan when I was younger. And I'm sorry, Charlie Daniels Band is a rock band that does country, not the other way around.
Yeah, it's music, and we love music. And putting it in categories, it's if you really have to, go ahead.
I try not to.
This song is good. What's it like? What genre? What this? What that? These guys play it, and I enjoy it. You ready to listen? Yeah.
But
What is it?
I grew up with Platt and Scruggs.
Yeah.
I was one of those kids that always jammed out to the end of Beverly Hillbillies.
Nice. Oh, kid, Ned's a mountain. Poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed.
Now it's time to say goodbye to Jed and
Oh,
Molly's
his
kid.
kid.
They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in.
in.
All invited back next week this locality to have a heaping helping of our hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Y'all come back now.
My
Yes, I
grandfather
am
was a
thoroughly
big
redneck.
fan.
Wait, you both
He loved Flat and Scruggs.
You're dead?
My grandfather
Grandfather.
from North Carolina.
Yeah.
And of course, back in the day, they all hung around with the same group of folks. So they crossed paths with Flat and Scruggs when they
Really?
would come to town and do events and things like that. But
Wow.
it was a much smaller world back then.
Yeah. that's
We're
true.
talking in the 30s and the 40s.
Yeah. Wow.
Mountain Breakdown is still one of the ultimate jams.
Heavy metal people
Yep.
were still raving about that song in the 80s but it's a very technical, a very awesome song. There have been other click here to reload page. Check.
Oh, that's
check.
just
Test.
sometimes.
Sorry.
You talk about Foggy Mountain Breakdown. There are a lot of recordings of Flat and Scruggs doing that with a lot of other banjo players. There's one where they had Steve Martin was a part of the group
Really?
that got in there, and I mean I think they had Ricky Skaggs and a number of other
Yes.
big country and bluegrass players were playing, and here's Steve Martin stepping up because he is an incredibly
He
talented
released banjo
player.
records before he ever released comedy records.
Yep.
He broke into show business as a banjo player, not a comedian or an actor.
No. And then he made The Jerk and Man with Two Brains. Some of the
Dead Man
greatest.
Don't Wear Plaid.
Dead Men Don't Wear Plaid. I thought I typed in there. Okay.
Uh-oh. I'm showing I have a disconnection.
Me too. You know, I heard that from somewhere. Some dude.
Am I still streaming?
Some ugly guy
It
with
looks
long
like
hair and a goofy beard.
my stream is...
Oh.
I don't know why, but my stream had stopped.
I tried to type internet hiccup and nothing happened. But then I put Bob Ross there. Instantly cured the internet. Bob Ross. He is the Chuck Norris for the internet. How Chuck is Chuck. Unfortunately, he's no longer with us. Chuck Norris doesn't sleep. He waits. Chuck Norris doesn't read books. He stares them down till they give up the information. I'm totally joking. Chuck Norris is dead.
Yes.
He can't do those things anymore.
Why are there so many Chuck Norris jokes and no Bruce Lee jokes? Because Bruce Lee is no joke.
No. Bruce Lee was on a whole nother level.
I was a huge Chuck Norris fan as a kid. Huge. He was the man.
There,
Uh-oh.
Delta Force and
Martian Cat redeemed a dad joke. I'm going to have to look up a dad joke now.
Uh-oh.
I forgot I added those.
Dad jokes are mandatory. There is a guy who bags groceries at the Fry's I go to, and he is a delightful guy from New York, and he's very he's mentally challenged, and he was, when you were going to leave, he would go, name every city in China. So me and the cashier started going crazy naming cities in China. And then when I got further, he's like, name every city in Arizona. Oh, man. Ajo, Benson, Blythe, Chino Valley, Prescott, Payson.
All right. I've got a joke for you.
Go ahead. There's
I've got
a
a few of
Benson?
them, actually.
Yes, there's a Benson, Arizona.
Why is it so cheap to throw a party at a haunted house?
I don't know why.
Because the ghosts bring all the booze.
That is awesome. That's good.
You know, I only seem to get sick on weekdays.
Really?
I must have a weekend immune system.
What happened when the power ran out at the escalator? Nothing. It just stares. I know I've told that one before, but it's still my current favorite. I laughed for a whole day of that and how stupid it was and how much it made me laugh.
And I got this from my buddy Sven. What is brown and sticky?
I don't know what.
A stick.
I walked right into that. One of my favorite dad jokes ever comes from Woody Allen, and I believe it's either Sleeper or The History of Sex. It's the one where he's a Russian infantry. Do you remember that one? The one he's made so many movies. But at one point, isn't he? I think he's playing a court jester, and he has to tell jokes. And his joke is, "What's black and white and black and white and black and white and black and white?" A nun falling down a flight of steps. Oh, Catholic humor.
You'll smoke a turd in purgatory for that one, Boyle.
Yeah, probably. I'm going to hell in every religion. I don't care. Make up a new one. I need a new hell to go to after I'm done with the rest of those. I'm trying to think of another one off the cuff. The problem is that I have all the pirate ones on deck, or all the horrible gaming jokes, because, you know, did we tell those? Why don't werebats fly during really, really bad storms? Because all the clouds have silver linings. Oh, man, that was terrible. Why do I tell these jokes?
I just found out I'm colorblind.
Really?
The news hit me out of the purple.
That was good. Oh, man.
This comes from Best Dad Jokes 2026 from
keep
Men's
going.
Health.
Keep
I'll
going.
credit, yes.
Don't stop.
Did you know what part of your body is the last part to stop working?
I don't know what.
Your pupils, because they dilate.
Oh, that's good. I did tell the hit point joke, right?
Did you? Tell it again.
I think so. Rob, do you remember? He doesn't
I
remember.
do not remember.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Why does everybody love hit points?
I don't know.
Because they're the life of the party. Oh, man. That was terrible.
What do you call a line of men waiting to get haircuts?
I don't know what.
A barbecue.
But oh, that was good. Oh,
What do you call a beehive without an exit?
I don't know what.
Unbelievable.
Unbelievable. That was good and stupid.
Gonna hurt somebody.
The George Smilovich joke. You know, I'm really into drag racing. I know it's very dangerous, but I just can't stop driving really fast with women's clothes on. It's from the 80s. Sorry. Yes, I know. I'll get comments. I really don't care. Thank you. Having a ticket number. Thank you. Next.
It's easy to convince ladies not to eat Tide Pods, but harder to deter gents.
Clever pun. That was good. That was well played.
The difference between a numerator and a denominator is a short line.
It's
Only a fraction of people will understand this.
Very good.
I asked my date to meet me at the gym, but she never showed up. I guess we're just not going to work out.
That was
This
good.
morning, Siri said, "Don't call me Shirley." I must have left my phone in airplane mode.
Can you fly this plane and land it? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. That was brilliant. That's yeah. Like the first time I saw Andrew Dice Clay, my dad was in the room, and he's like, all these jokes are from the '60s." Hickory
I'm sure these
dickory
jokes are
dock.
new.
Oh no, no jokes are new, unless they're about a person from now.
If a pig loses its voice, does it become disgruntled?
Okay, that's hilarious. For one, for two, I made up a new joke on Tuesday, and I sent it to a coworker, and she's 25, so I don't know if I offended her or not, but I'm doing my job trying to get people to sign up for the, it's the free tier. All of a sudden, they figured out that people that are non-ambulatory and people that don't have the, but whoa, we froze on my stream. Oh, well, I hope that, anyway.
We buffered. You're not frozen on my side.
Okay. There we go. So, I'm calling, I make 500 calls a day because as soon as it's a voicemail or one of those, "Hi, tell me who the hell you are, and maybe I'll let you talk to the human." No, so all of a sudden the phone rings, and it's an old ring, and then it picks up, and it's literally an answering machine, and I'm like, "Thank you for calling the Sisterhood of the Suffering," and I'm like, okay, click, I'm not allowed to do. But I wanted to listen further, and all of a sudden my cartoon brain took over, and I should have listened to the rest of the message, because do priests say on their telephone, do they say on their telephone answering machine, I'm ruining the jerk. This is without alcohol, folks. I just want you to know that. I haven't had a drop
Maybe
in like
that's
3
the problem.
weeks. Well, I was drinking too much, and now I don't have any money. So, do the clergy on their answering machines leave the message, "Thank you, my child, for calling. We are unavailable. You may confess at the beep."
I don't think they do.
I'm ex-Catholic. That's fucking hilarious.
I used to have an answering machine, and the message on it was, "Thank you for calling the psychiatric hotline." And it had like 9 different options. Like, if you're obsessive compulsive, press 1 repeatedly. If you're paranoid, you don't need to press any numbers. We know where you're at, and we're coming.
Oh my God, that's brilliant. I would.
My mom kept trying to call me. She came over. She's like, "I kept trying to call you, but I kept getting the psychiatric hotline instead." She never got to any of the actual prompts. She just, "Thank you for calling the psychiatric," and she'd hang up.
That is hilarious. You pranked your own mother without even trying. I would do the obsessive compulsive last, and I would just let the message go. You can press 9, now 1, now 2, press 5, 3, 8, 9, 7, 2, 5. You're not pressing 6 fast enough. Beep. Sorry. I mean, really.
But yes, I had come across back before there was Facebook, memes used to get photocopied and distributed around at work.
All
That's
over
how
the
they
office.
got around.
Sometimes
Yes.
taped to the wall in the break room.
Or in the
Who put
back.
this up here?
Grandpa used to answer the phone, county morgue, and he would wait. And there were times you'd get people like, I think I have a wrong number.
Yeah, that you do. I was overjoyed. I don't think this happened by the time of episode 71 last week on Tuesday, but I literally got an answering message somewhere in middle America, and it was one of the choices from that tape they used to, and it was the can. I am very sorry, but I am not home right now. Leave a message at the tone. The problem is that I'm the oldest one in the class. Nobody but me is actually getting the pure beauty and joy out of this 40-year-old answering machine message that was for sale on a tape cassette in what, 84, 85, 86?
I vaguely remember that.
Nobody's home. Yep. Nobody's home. Nobody's home. Nobody's home.
My favorite was from the Cheech Marin movie, Born in East LA.
Yes.
He's stranded in Mexico.
Hey!
He's trying to and he finally gets the money to make a phone call, and he calls his buddy. And his buddy's like on the phone, and it's like the music is loud. And he's trying to talk to his buddy for like 30 seconds, and then the music comes down, and his buddy says, "Oh, I'm not here, leave a message."
That was a great movie. Daniel Stern, Cheech Marin, Paul Rodriguez. I told you, I'm American. I'm not from Mexico. Stop talking so fast. That was the funny thing. Oh,
Good.
Hey.
Good.
You always meet Hispanics and Mexicans in Arizona, then they don't speak any Spanish. And the problem is that other Hispanics walk right up to them and start a full-on conversation, and they're like, no comprende, sorry. And they just look at them like they're a clone. It's the strangest, funniest thing. But it's no different. I mean, if we went to Ireland or Germany and somebody came up and spoke Gaelic or German, I know like 8 words. Snickerdoodle. Liebschön.
I know how to order a beer and ask where the train station is.
Yeah. I know like...
Wo ist das Bahnhof, bitte?
I think I know 7 words in Gaelic. Céad Míle Fáilte, Pogue Mahone, Ilum, which is Ilum is elbow, because Ilum pipes are the elbow pipes that they play. I used to know chair. It's gone, you know.
Use it or
We
lose
don't use it. Yeah, you don't use it, you'll lose it. Or it gets stored deep in the brain and comes out in dreams and random psychotic episodes. That's fun. But also themed... go ahead.
My other superpower is useless information. If nobody needs to know it, I do.
I will tell you, in the grocery store, when you do not want to hear it, I am that crazy old man. I've become Cliff Clavin. I stored all
I
this
like
energy.
to pretend I'm in a musical because I will break into song anytime, anywhere. And my wife has told me to stop it more than once. Stop that. Stop what? Stop singing.
Stop singing. I'm not singing. I'm not singing. I swear, so help me. Yeah. Yeah, Christine was easy to... I didn't embarrass her very much in the beginning, and later mostly like around people that we knew, because you don't want to pay for it later when you're... My favorite was, I used to say it all the time in retail, and I was able to say it this season at the pirate shop. Hi, how you doing? If you need any help, just scream and yell and jump up and down. I'll come running over. And only like once or twice in the real world. At Ren Fair, they do that all the time, like once every other day at their... Ah! But I've only had one dude do it. I'm like, oh my God, thank you. You don't know how many times I've said that and nobody does it. I want to do it, but I'll get fired. But if you do it, that's okay. You're a customer. Thank you. Okay, I had a question about... I mean, it was literally like that. It was so funny.
Yes, I like doing things that draw attention to myself. The night me and Coffee were in the Macayos, the one down on Central. And out of the blue, I decided to bust out my Marvin the Martian voice. Because we weren't getting service. We were sitting there at the table and nobody would come. And so real loudly I was like, "You're making me very, very angry." And everybody in the room turned to look.
They were looking for where's the Roman Centurion helmet? That's the Illudium Q space modulator. The Earth is blocking my view of Venus. He's such a bizarre character, the Martian.
Do you ever watch the TV series Duck Dodgers in the 24th century?
I think I saw maybe part of one episode. I didn't.
Marvin's in that, and he's
yes.
awesome.
Well, I hope so. I love it when...
And there's a female Martian, too.
Really? Well, why not? Of
Yes.
course there is.
Of course, Marvin the Martian is short and wankerly. The female Martian is tall and slim and hot.
Oh,
Cartoon hot.
so
hot.
it's like Roger Rabbit.
No,
and,
she didn't have a
Jessica
dump
Rabbit.
truck like Jessica Rabbit.
Mm-mm. Jessica Rabbit.
Yes.
Hottest Kathleen Turner's been in years. I love her in Undercover Blues. That was a fun family movie about goofy spies that go on vacation to New Orleans. So many good movies out there. So many bad ones, too. I watch them all.
I used to be much more of a movie consumer than I am now, but I need to get back to it.
I think oversaturation has a bit to do with that, because there's nothing more satisfying. Well, when I still... The ex-wife canceled her Netflix account, so now I no longer have access to Netflix. But it was glorious when I did. And the problem with that is, like most of the other, with the Hulu and even Tubi and even YouTube, and I've got so much to look at and to choose from now, I'm completely overwhelmed. Where, if you're like Gravel Shield for a 1948 Ford Coupe, okay, what the hell does that look like? Do I have one to sell this guy? It's a totally different mindset on YouTube. One is, holy crap, I'm subscribed to everybody and there's a lot of videos to watch. The other one is, I need this information! Beeline to the golden ticket. I don't know if you've had a different experience, but that's my 2 cents. Thank you.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. 100% pure barf, folks. We do the stunts so you don't have to. Thank you.
Don't try this at home, kids.
So we are not
Or
having
if you do, send us video.
Oh, please
Yeah.
do. Yeah. Used to be. Remember America's Funniest Home Video? That's just called YouTube and TikTok now. It's
Actually, yeah, there's a show on MTV called Ridiculousness.
yeah.
That is essentially America's Funniest Home Videos. The only difference is they not only do not allow user or viewer submitted stuff, they curate the internet and they find, videos of just ridiculous stuff.
Really.
But they won't accept viewer submitted videos, mostly because a lot of the stuff is dangerous and could get somebody hurt.
Yeah,
but
don't be doing
A
stupid
lot of the
stuff.
videos are staged, and obviously so, and they don't want staged videos. Because most of the videos they show are people either doing something really stupid or doing something dangerous and painful.
Very cosmopolitan.
Well, they want to cover their butt. So, I tried to do a backflip parkour thing off of this pole and fell 30 feet and had to have both my legs severed. Now I want to sue the show because I saw somebody do that. No.
No, that's not how it works exactly. It's a bit more than that. Well, don't worry. If it's dumb, someone will try it. Give them time. Maybe even power tools. They will try it.
You
People
can't fix stupid.
Well,
But sooner or later, it will fix itself.
I'm still got my grand, we're a simulation and the aliens are testing the weapon of stupid on humans, and it works quite well. Stupid has killed countries, peoples, families, organizations, businesses. Stupid is fantastic.
Evil will always triumph
because good is dumb.
I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yo! We ain't found shit. I love Spaceballs. Has the new movie come out yet, or are they still? They're
I
still
don't
filming
think it
it,
has
aren't
yet
they?
because I will be there when it does.
I don't know. After the I saw pieces of the History of the World Part 2, and I think it lost a lot in time, which made me sad, because that History of the World Part 1 is probably one of my favorite movies ever, because it's just so insane. It has very little continuity. There's a horse that is 5,000 years old. No. It'll take a miracle. It's miracle. What is it? Pharmacist, do you have any Trojans? Oh, I just sold my last bag. Henny Youngman, take my wife, please. I take my wife everywhere. She finds her way back home. I can't understand it. My wife told me she wanted to go somewhere she had never, ever, ever been before in her life. I said, try the kitchen.
Kev Woolley of the Purple People Eater fame had an alternate celebrity persona as a drunk country singer by the name of Ben Colder. And he had songs such as Ain't It Funny How Wine Sips Away and things like that.
That is awesome.
And one of the lines, and I don't know if Foster Brooks said it first, but I heard him say it. I went into the bar, asked the bartender to give me something cold and full of gin. He said, take my wife.
Henny Youngman. I told the doctor I broke my leg in 2 places. He told me to stop going to those places.
Yes,
a drunk was in front of a judge, and the judge says, "You've been brought here for drinking." And the drunk looks at the judge and says, "Okay, let's get started." These are dumb. I love them. Oh my God, I love Henny Youngman. I've seen like 4 or 5 of his
jokes.
When I read about the evils of drinking, I gave up reading. I once wanted to become an atheist, but I gave it up. They have no holidays. No, not really. We steal the other ones.
Yeah, they say whiskey and ice can cause stomach cancer.
Really?
Vodka and ice can cause throat cancer. Rum and ice can cause lung cancer. So it's obvious to me that ice is dangerous.
Well, yeah. My grandmother is over 80. She still doesn't need glasses. She drinks right out of the bottle. If you're going to do something tonight that you'll be sorry for tomorrow morning, sleep late. My dad was the town drunk. Most of the time, that's not so bad. But this was New York City. Oh, dude, that's a lot of work. His liver is this big. The secret of a... Oh, go ahead.
I said I was going to respond with a few from one of mine.
Go. Because I got a whole
People say
list.
fish is good for a diet, but fish should never be cooked in butter. Fish should be cooked in its natural oils. Texaco, Mobil, Exxon. Acting deals with very delicate emotions. It is not putting up a mask. Each time an actor acts, he does not hide, he exposes himself. These are Rodney Dangerfield quotes.
I love Rodney.
I have 3 kids, one of each. I bought a new Japanese car. I turned on the radio. I can't understand a word they're saying.
The secret of a happy marriage remains a secret. That's true.
I have nothing but troubles with my car. Every Sunday I take my family out for a push.
I tell you, I got a rough neighborhood. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. You're telling the Rodney jokes.
No, you go ahead.
No, I know. Go. I love your impersonation of him.
I've never tried it before.
You're doing
I
good.
bought a perfect second car, a tow truck.
I love that one.
I was so depressed that I decided to jump from the 10th floor. They set up a priest. He said, "On your mark." I went outside naked. I got a fine for decent exposure. When I die, I'm going to donate my body to science fiction.
That's a good one.
What a dog I got. He found out we looked alike, so he killed himself.
I've been in love with the same woman for 41 years. If my wife finds out, she'll kill me.
When I was a kid in show business, I was poor. I used to go to orgies to eat the grapes. When I was a kid, my parents moved a lot, but I always found them.
My wife dresses to kill. She cooks the same way. That was good.
I came from a real tough neighborhood. I bought a waterbed and found a body at the bottom of it.
The other day, a guy tried to mug me. I could tell it wasn't a professional job. The knife he was using still had butter on it. Is that a butter knife? Get the fuck out of here. Forget about it. A man goes to a psychiatrist. The doctor says you're crazy. The man says, I want a second opinion. He says, okay, you're ugly too. A bum came up to me saying, I haven't eaten in 2 days. I said, you should force yourself. I thought talk was cheap until I saw our telephone bill. I played a great horse yesterday. It took 7 horses to beat him.
That must be more Henny Youngman.
That's a gambling joke, yeah. That's like not good.
Brilliant.
That's when you lose. I'm not much on horse races, but that joke, I have heard that before.
Yes.
And asked my dad, what the hell does that mean? Oh, well, when you're gambling, you want your horse to be first.
Horse racing. It's not a sport. It's a bet.
Yeah, it really is. It's a whole it's the same culture as your Vegas casino
Whales,
culture. Yeah.
Whales, yes.
Or you have, like, I saw the meme the other day, and the few times I've been in Arizona casinos, they always have these wonderful commercials on the television and in the movie theaters, and they show opulence and people in suits, and all of their dealers are, well, their dealers are always opulently dressed, you know, they got their little shirts on, little bow ties. But the problem is that when you go there in real life, what was it, like free hot dog day at Circle K, where everyone's just in their pajamas and sweatpants and ripped up t-shirts. Like, oh, yeah, that's so much for the mystique of class. Oh, man.
All right.
I absolutely love Henny. Though, nobody beats Rodney. What was his other one? One day I told my son, I told my son the other night, one day you'll have kids of your own. He looked up at me and said, so will you. Yeah, if you haven't seen the documentary on Rodney Dangerfield, it's about 55 minutes long or whatever, and his second wife does a lot of it, and they talk about him, and famous comedians talk about him, because Rodney was the first one to get all the comedians to work together, and he created, like, young comics and stuff like that. Before that, they all stole each other's jokes, and it was kind of a combative, you know, not a fun place to have comedy and things like that. And then you have all the improvisational, oh God, what's that guy's name? He was a stand-up comedian, and then he started buying clubs, and then he's the one that owned all the improvisations in the 80s. And they used to have him do, like, the warm-up for the comedians. I can't remember his name. He's really fun. I mean, he was a comedian. He was really funny. It's along those lines of, like, Eddie Murphy has an uncle named Ray Murphy, and he had a very successful comedy run. He was a comedian, a stand-up comedian. And then all of a sudden, Saturday Night Live and Trading Places. Now, I'm no longer Ray Murphy. I'm now Eddie Murphy's uncle. Cy, maybe his name was Cy. He was really funny, but he he owned a lot of the improvs, if I remember correctly.
I'm looking it up.
But that was back in the day. You know, all those guys are gone now. But like Tim Allen and Jeff Foxworthy and all the guys that had shows in the early 90s, they owe that all to Rodney. Which is, you know, he's the king.
The first improv was opened by Bud Friedman.
Bud Friedman! There you go. I was totally wrong with, I don't know where I got Cy from. Bud Friedman was the funny guy that I was thinking of. Never met him.
That was 1963. He wanted to open a 50-seat space where Broadway performers could meet after their shows. One night, by accident, Dave Astor took the mic to try out material, and a new form of live entertainment was born, stand-up comedy. So So stand-up comedy started in the improv.
Huh.
In
There
the
you
early
go.
60s.
Cool.
The giants of American comedy all vied for improv stage time, including, these are some big names: Lenny Bruce, Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Robert Klein, Joan Rivers, Billy Crystal, Andy Kaufman, Robin Williams, and Eddie Murphy.
All of that, wow. All of them were very talented individuals.
Could you imagine all of them together at the same time? Probably wouldn't happen.
It would be insanity. But yeah.
The other day I was reading an article about a comedy troupe out in, I forget where it was at, but it was
Really?
late 60s, early 70s.
Oh.
And it was where Paul Rubens and Cassandra Peterson met and ended up being best friends for life before either one of them were ever famous. And this same comedy troupe had people like Stephen Colbert come through it and a lot of other people that ended up being big names.
I think that's the Groundlings in L.A., like Jack
The
Black
Groundlings,
and Kyle
yes.
Gass and a whole bunch of other actors.
Yes. But
Wish I could get in there. Holy crap.
Paul Rubens and Cassandra Peterson both joined around the same time,
Yeah.
and I guess were very close right up until his death.
They were always buddies. She's in his movies. She's in Pee-wee's Big Adventure. She's the female biker that has red hair that I say, give them to me, and they all go, yeah, that's her. And then I love the fact that in the Munsters that Rob Zombie did, she's their real estate agent.
I haven't seen that one.
It's goofy. It's campy. It's don't think about it. Just have fun. You know, it's like the problem is that everybody wants like this. No, it's a comedy, just like the Addams Family. It's not just
Some comedies just need to be goofy and off kilter.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't have to be the funniest movie ever, and you don't have to find the meaning of life out of it. Just enjoy it. I thought it was great.
Did you
Everybody hated it. It's okay. I like a lot of stuff everybody hates.
I'm one of those people too. Only for me, I like bands that other people can't stand.
Depends on the band.
Like Cake.
Cake is a great band.
I love Cake.
Yes.
My wife has threatened to leave me if I play it now.
All right, we won't play it right now.
That's a lie, but
No,
it sounds good.
I am that person. I can play a song or a movie or a show or just until, you know.
Yeah, my coworkers think I'm weird because my musical tastes jump from everywhere. From at one extreme, I'm listening to Korean thrash metal bands, and at the other extreme, I'm listening to other extreme, and everything in between. One of my favorite playlists there was a video game series called Tropico, where it's basically a third world dictator simulator.
Empire builder simulator.
Yes, it's an empire builder.
I've never played
and it's got some of the most fantastic Latin swing and dance music that you've ever heard. And so I went on to Spotify and tracked that music down, and there's a Tropico playlist.
Really?
And I'll put that on and play it at work. And people are like, do you speak Spanish?
Hell no.
No, I do not. But it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Listen
I know
to this
all the words.
music. It makes you want to get up and move. You don't need to know the words.
I can sing a lot of songs in that language. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I've just heard the song 900 times.
It's like, I don't need to understand what he's saying. Half of what I hear on rock and roll radio, they're singing in English, and I can't understand what they're saying. So what difference does it
Who cares? Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the music. We're only going to be here for a little bit, so just enjoy it. I am 150% behind this, and I am also guilty as sin for doing the same thing. The video game Arcana, it's a steampunk, it's old. It's a steampunk game, and the music is absolutely wonderful. It's all cello and, adventure, and Believe it or not, 1999, Vampire the Masquerade. I have the game still. The music is actually really good. I mean, you could use it while you're playing the game.
I didn't know they did music.
Oh yeah, it was. I got the scores. Scores are our modern day symphony concert. They're the
we
still go to the
continuation of classical music.
Yes, like we were talking about Danny Elfman earlier. He is one of the most prolific composers, but mostly he's known for his rock and roll. I mean, in the beginning, not now. He's known as being a prolific composer, but in the '80s, he was from the Gong Show to a alternative rock star. Dead Man's Party, the Little Girls song, he had like 3 or 4 hits, but Dead Man's Party, and then he becomes friends with Rodney Dangerfield, and they do the music for Back to School, which is kind of, I think that's his first, like, hey, write a bunch of music for my movie.
Maybe you can come over later and help me straighten out my Longfellow.
Best line out of that movie. I liked your old house better. Thanks, Lou. But we're in the new house with a new wife. I liked your old wife better, too. Hey, lay off Vanessa. She gives great headache. Totally a Rodney line.
Back to School was crazy.
It was a great movie. I think that wasn't that, no, I think that was somebody else. I thought that was like Max Brooks that played his son Jason in the... Now I gotta look it up, damn it.
It might have been.
Stupid brain firing off in all directions. That class is too early. Tell the professor to move it. Dad, they're not gonna make the classes around your massage. Robert Downey Jr. is in it too. He plays the best friend.
I remember that.
Back to school. Oh, back to school. 1986. Because Sam Kinison is just brilliant in the movie as the angry history teacher. No, I'm wrong. It's Keith Gordon as Jason Mellon. I was wrong on that one. Oops. Guess who did that? I'm pretty sure isn't this the first one that Danny Elfman does the...
I'm not sure.
I don't know. I'll look. Yep. Composer, Danny Elfman. Thank you, brain that thinks too much about stupid stuff that no one fucking cares about. All right.
Yes, Danny Elfman music reminds me of klezmer music big time because mostly it is.
It's wonderful. Happy belated birthday, Danny Elfman, May 29th. He's a Gemini. There you go, kids. Music department. So let's go all the way to the beginning, and then my mind will stop asking the questions. That's not true. My mind never stops asking questions. That's why I wake up at 1 in the morning going, what about this? Now I have to go look at it over the internet. Forbidden Zone, Pee-wee's Big Adventure, because he wrote the clown music that is iconic. The dream where the clown doctors are ripping apart his... They're still using it in haunted houses to this day because it is the perfect music for clowns. Fast Times, Sledgehammer. He did the music to Sledgehammer. That's awesome. Oh no, not them. Simpsons, The Flash television show in 1990. It was great. Beetlejuice, of course. Batman Returns, Army of Darkness. Didn't he do the first Batman? No, he didn't. That's kind of shocking. I thought he did. But he did the second one, Batman Returns, because...
who did the first score? I forget.
We can look it up in a second. Army of Darkness, yes! Danny did the new Flash 3, Family Dog, Nightmare, Shrunken Heads, Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight, Dolores Claiborne, Darkman 2, Return of Durant. Batman the Animated Series. Probably my favorite orchestrated music for the beginning of a cartoon. Dead Presidents. One day I'm going to watch that movie. Just that. Never had a chance. Mars Attacks. Extreme Measures. Isn't that the one where... Oh, no, I'm not. This is Hugh Grant, Gene Hackman, and Sarah Jessica Parker. What the hell is this one about?
Now, while we're on composers for movie scores, my favorite is a gentleman by the name of Michael Giacchino. Do you know who he is?
Didn't he do Tombstone?
No, he
that
did The Incredibles.
That's why it sounds so familiar. So yes, I love his jazz
He also
style.
did the Ratatouille, and he does a lot of stuff that is in different styles. He does a lot of movie soundtracks.
Nice.
He did a couple of Mission Impossibles.
Right on. I love the Incredibles music. It's absolutely timelessly beautiful.
If you like that,
Hans
there's a
Zimmer.
video game called Evil Genius that also
Yes. Sorry.
I have the original and the sequel, and
Yes,
you know
me too.
that has early 60s swing jazz kind of James Bond kind of music.
Do you
know that after that movie, after that game came out, the people that formed that orchestra, the Evil Genius Orchestra still tours the East Coast.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
I make up lyrics to that main song all the time. Evil Genius, because that's the main, like the beginning of the.
Yes, I have Evil Genius 2 installed on my machine right now.
I haven't played 2. I've never actually beat the game. I always use the
beat
cheat
the
codes,
first
and
one. I
then
was
Bruce Lee
impressed.
comes out of nowhere and he beats the crap out of
Jet
everybody.
Chan.
Yeah, it's great.
Ask my wife. Ask my wife. She's over here laughing
Laughing
because
at
she
us.
knows.
Because he kicks our
Jet
ass.
Chan.
Yeah. Hate that guy.
That murdering.
Yeah,
murderous
tell him
bastard.
again. The murdering bastard. Because he shows up on your base and immediately
Jay Lyon.
starts karate kicking
Just
everybody
fucking
to death.
kills everybody.
The maids, the butlers, the workers, everybody.
It
That
doesn't
murdering
matter
bastard.
it doesn't matter if you have the samurai guy, he's going to beat the shit out of him. It doesn't matter if you have the chick, they're all dead.
I was always a coward whenever one of the main villains showed up because they were the only ones that could actually kill your henchmen. And so, yeah, if one of your henchmen got killed 3 times, he never came back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
and
sucks.
so
That
I
sucks
always
when you're
took my
deep in the
henchmen
game.
and made them hide when the enemies showed up.
You know who I have to blame for my absolute deep obsession for about 3 years of that game? Playing it even while playing other games? Paul. It's all Nicolaitis' fault. Of course. Oi!
But yeah,
Check this out. I can't play that game. I don't have it. I can't afford it. Oi! I copied it, and here's a pirated version.
I beat it with Maximilian.
Really?
And yeah, the end with Maximilian, when he gets his doomsday machine, basically he turns it on and the satellite turns everybody on Earth into a minion with a yellow jumpsuit.
Nice. I love that game. It's absolutely Goldfinger and The Spy Who Loved Me. It's so like all of the James Bond movies.
Well,
But-
they kept Max from the first game over to the second one.
Nice.
The other 2 characters, the Oriental guy and the woman, did not make it into the second game. But you remember the bad guy with the big rocket launcher, Red Ivan?
Yes.
He's one of the main villains in the
Oh,
second
nice.
game that you can play.
Oh, you can
And
play
they
him
have
now?
Yes,
Right.
he is one of the main villains. He's one of the masterminds. One of the evil geniuses.
I
There's
love...
another
Oh, go
like
ahead.
Emma that is basically Hillary Clinton in a chair with spider legs.
That is funny. I love one of my absolute favorite parts of that game are all of the radio news broadcasts from the different countries because they're all
When you do
set
the
in
missions,
yeah, they're all set
it's
in the
always
early
the same
60s.
2 guys.
Well, yeah, but they're doing attention, Republic of India. We are they tell you what was broken into because you send operatives into other countries to just wreak havoc. So you hear the SOS in Morse code over a radio signal, and then they'll pretend to be Russian or Asian or British, or they'll pretend to be German, and they tell you this place was broken into, and the ruffians ran off with the jewel or whatever. Because you can steal different stuff as the game progresses in different countries. So it's a lot of fun. Real genius. Check it out. It's on Steam, and the number 1 version is like real cheap. It's like $8. Yeah, never mind.
I bought the original version.
Me too.
We went to Circuit City when it was going out of business, and there on the discount shelf for $10 was Evil Genius.
Evil Genius.
I still have the discs.
Nice. I love it. I have to play the second one. It's going to be so much fun because a lot of it is you're making a base to kill good guys.
That's exactly the second one too.
This is the greatest game on the planet.
Only with the second one, there's multiple islands you get to choose from, each one with its own.
They don't throw you on the island and then they randomly drop people
and then make you go to the second island. No, the island I start on comes with a casino already built.
Oh,
the only way in and out of the base is through the casino.
Oh no! Okay, this is geek heaven. So the problem with the game is as you progress, like Jingo has just stated, you get to the point where you can build a hotel next to your Evil Genius base in the first game. So you're getting followers and getting more evil and doing all these things and building up your base, and you're starting to go over the world map, and you've got dudes here and there, and you're sending dudes out, and you watch them get dropped off. It's turn-based, isn't it? If I remember correctly, like the Masters of War.
It is real-time strategy.
The first one?
Yes, it's real-time.
Because you had the thing, and then the plane went by and dropped your dudes off.
Yeah, if you watched. You set up the mission, you send the people on, and you could watch your guys all go down to the helipad or to the boat. And once they all loaded on, you could watch the boat go off. And then you could watch on the map as the boat went and did its thing.
Because you'll have stuff to do like fuck up the Hollywood destroy the Hollywood sign, or go to Paris and mess up the Eiffel Tower. And you need so many minions, but you're going to need different. So you may need 4 workers and like 8 military and like 3 scientists to get this done. And then you meet a contact.
And the more you send, the better chance you have. If you send the bare minimum that it requires, you're not going to succeed a lot.
Yeah, sometimes they get arrested. We have apprehended the
Evil Genius too. The difference is anybody you send out on a mission is gone. They don't come back.
Whoa. Hydra,
but it's a little more complicated. You have to, rather than just go on missions in different territories, you have to send an initial scouting unit, and they'll scout the territory, which takes an amount of time, after which you can start running schemes in that territory. And, a number of territories make up a region or a faction.
I enjoy all... Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I enjoy all of the in-base traps that you can set up to just completely annihilate all of the good guys.
That is worth the price of admission.
Yeah. Oh!
Setting up traps, and you get money. You actually get money in-game for the more clever and inventive and vicious traps.
That is true. Oh, I totally segued. So you get distracted halfway through the game as you're trying to build this criminal empire. You're like Maximilian, he looks like Blofeld, basically, like a real short, fat Blofeld. And the evil chick kind of...
He's Dr. Evil.
Yes, he's... Yeah. And the chick is kind of like Cruella de Vil, a little different.
Yes.
Kind of
like Cruella de Vil with a little bit of Bride of Frankenstein channeled in there.
Yeah. And then the Asian guy is
Fu Manchu.
Basically or the like how they draw the Mandarin in Marvel Comics. How he's this like, mysterious hypnotizing figure. And I think that's one of his abilities, that he can hypnotize people and make them minions. It's been so long. It's been a couple of years since I played the game. But you get distracted because now all of a sudden you're building a hotel and a casino. Because as soon as you build it, people start landing, and now you have guests. And some of them accidentally go into your base, and they get killed by the traps. So half of you is like, oh no. The other half's like, oops, didn't see that flamethrower in the wall, did you?
Yeah, but when you kill agents, you earn a certain amount of heat, which means if their agents will show up on your island and look around for something. If they see something they don't like, depending on the type of agent, the regular agents will see enough and then they'll run. You've got saboteurs that will try to blow stuff up. You've got soldiers that will just come in and start killing.
Just land
and you've got assassins that will try to come straight for your evil genius because, it's a real-time strategy. So your evil genius is actually a physical body walking around in your base. And yes, the bad guys can catch up to you. And if they kill you, it's game over.
Once they get to the science level and you start building all the cool stuff, that's kind of when the game gets a little more complicated because you need to build
when
this.
You start
Where's
building
the
rocket in the volcano, that's when things really start to ratchet.
I didn't get to that part.
Yes, because you build a rocket in a volcano that'll launch the satellite that powers your doomsday weapon. And that's the common theme for all three of them. And Max's doomsday weapon was an ego nullifier that turned basically everybody into a yellow suit minion.
Great game. Wonderful music. So much fun.
One thing I do like about the second one, the first one being an early game, all of the models of the minions, for the most part, except maybe the maids, are male. Now all of the models are mixed male and females.
Oh, neat.
Which is kind of cool and each individual will have a quirk or something about them that makes their behavior unique. And you can click on any minion on your base and they're going to have something about them that makes them a little bit different. So that's it's a little bit deeper, but at its core, it plays exactly the same.
Yeah, probably. I enjoyed the fact in Evil Genius that it has the same as, say, Fallout Shelter, where you can actually train the minions. The only difference is, if your Fallout Shelter is a click game, like I watch videos and I click.
I played it.
And it's fun. It never ends, and that's how it's designed, like Candy Crush or the farming games. It's not a game you spend a lot of time thinking about. It's fun. And it's all based in the Fallout gamma world. Fallout
same thing.
Story.
Post-apocalyptic
dystopian wasteland. Where they have no
aftermath scenarios.
Aftermath. Where there's plenty of cigarettes, but nobody smokes. Luckily, you can take them apart and use stuff. So, that being said, in Evil Genius, it's different because if you take a worker and you train him to fight, he becomes he becomes military. Suddenly he's got a little beret and a AK-47 he's running around with after he's done punching a dummy in a room for however many hours it takes. Or you sit him at a desk and they become a scientist.
Yes. The minions are what you train up into other things. And in the first Evil Genius, you'd train a scientist, and then you'd have to train those scientists up to physicists, and then train those up. Now, as you unlock each type of thing, you can train minions directly to be that.
Really? You don't have to go through the steps?
Yes. So once you train a soldier, he's a soldier, he's a soldier, he's a soldier. But if you train the marksman or whatever the second tier soldier is, he goes from being a minion straight to being that. Now, it takes longer, the higher levels. It takes longer to do. Yeah. And you need higher tier equipment, which of course uses more power. One of the things they added, which I think was kind of an evil thing, is all the machinery in your bases generate heat. So you have to put air conditioning units throughout it to keep your minions from getting overheated and
this is in
doing
the second
stupid
one?
stuff.
So
This is the second one.
I don't remember that in the first one.
It was
I remember
not
constantly
the
having to
first
build at generators because we were running out of power, and then oh no, they're
Yes.
hungry. Now I got to make another cafeteria. God damn it! Because you run into rock and stuff like that. You only have so much space on the island, and now you've got this huge hotel there. This
Yeah,
needs to
with the,
come down.
With this, the different islands, there's 3 different tiers of rock that you can mine. There's the first tier that you start off, yes, and so you have an initial amount of mineable space, and then as you get higher technology, you can start mining into the darker gray and then the real dark gray stuff. So your base starts off at a certain size, and each base you pick has a different starting area and a different total area and some other things. I said I picked the one with the casino because the casino is already built. It's not very well furnished or staffed. You end up having to staff it and build distractions in it. But the fun thing is putting the traps in the casinos and watching
it kill everybody. Yeah. It's kind of sadistic, like Sims can get if you're left too angry and alone. I'm taking away the door. Oh, look at him scream. Now he's crying. Now he's screaming again.
Yes.
Now he's dead. Oh no.
My Sims were always excellent at catching the kitchen on fire when they try to cook.
Yeah. Paul had that one game where he had like 70 or 80 urns, and they were just the ghosts were just, there was like 10 or 12 ghosts a night. The Sims never slept. They just wake up screaming and freaking out because ghosts are walking around all over the place. Looks like the game Berserk. They're just all... There's no noise like that, but it does all that stuff. Oh, man. Old video games are great. Keep playing them. Never be ashamed to play old video games. They were new one day. They were the shit one day.
Speaking of old video games, a few months ago on Steam, I bought a bundle that was all the old gold box and silver box SSI D&D games. Pretty much every DOS D&D game out there and all of the early Windows. There were like 20 titles in it.
The Pool of
It was
Radiance.
amazing.
The Pool of Radiance.
Yes.
What's that other one? What's the one where you go to the Drow and it came out in like 89 or 90?
I see. I have Al-Qadim, the Genie's Curse. Let's see. What are some other ones that are in this collection? D&D Stronghold, Kingdom Simulator.
Oh, wow.
Death Keep.
I've still got a wheel somewhere because I had a whole bunch of them and I never got to play them. And now...
Dungeons and Dragons, the Dark Sun series, the Kryn series, the Ravenloft series.
Oh, Ravenloft. Okay. We're all going to die like 8, 10, 12 times before we figure this game out. Okay. He killed me again? Stupid Strahd.
Fantasy Empires is another D&D title. Forgotten Realms, Archives Collection 1, 2, and 3. Pretty sure Pool of Radiance is one of them.
Yeah, they're all in there. If you said you got them all, 20 titles, you got them all. So many.
Yes, there are a bunch.
Long before World of Warcraft and Skyrim Online. Before EverQuest. Before Ultima Online even. Ultima. I played Ultima 1 and 2 and 3, 4, and then you guys became obsessed with 8, Pagan, when it came out. What are you doing? I'm playing Ultima 8. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow.
I played Ultima 1 and 2. That was the only ones I ever played.
3 was my favorite, Exodus. I still have
3
it
was
somewhere.
3 was the one where you could actually get a ship and sail around the world.
Yes, you could. You got 4 dudes.
I played that one.
Hand from player 1, from player 2.
That one was the one before that I played,
Food,
so I guess it was 2
99.
and 3.
Yeah. Hand from player 1 to player 2. Item, dagger. Yeah. Took forever.
Now, my wife tells me about back in the day, she used to play MUDs, multi-user domains. It's an online RPG that is entirely in text.
Oh, okay.
And when you want to cast a spell, you have to type the spell exactly. If there are any mistakes, the spell doesn't work.
What is that, like Zork? The world of Zork?
I don't know. I'll tell you what. We'll have to lean on her to come in and talk about MUDs because I know very little about it, not having ever played one.
Hey, I played all of the original Vic 20 games that were adventure games that were all text. Adventureland and Dracula's Castle and the nuclear one, and there's another one. So long ago.
Yes, I remember text-based video games. The good old days.
Then there was that cool Alien one that came out in like 83 or 85, where you're playing Ripley and you got to find Jonesy and grab him and get out of the Nostromo before you're...
I never got to play that one.
It was very simple, but it was awesome.
Sometimes simple is awesome.
Absolutely. There's so many games from the 80s that were on like Apple IIe or some of the other ones that were just really cool and way ahead of their time, and they just
one of
disappeared.
my favorites from the Commodore 64 was a little-known game called Space Taxi.
I don't have
And
any...
Space Taxi basically had 3 controls. You had move left, move right, and thrust. So it was basically a take on Lunar Lander, except you had this taxi and there were different platforms, and you had to fly the taxi around without crashing, pick up passengers, take them to the area on the map that they wanted to be,
Without
and you
crashing.
had to get a certain amount of points in a certain time in order to advance to the next level. It was a very hard game, but I loved it.
I don't know. Those are the best games. The ones that you love, even if they're hard. And Mr. Rogers said it best. I like doing this, even though I'm not very good at it. It makes me happy. Damn right.
Any video game I've gotten good at from perseverance and doggedness, not from any sort of talent or skill.
No.
It's like Overwatch. Overwatch is a first-person shooter game, and I am fairly decent at it. Not because I'm great at first-person shooter games, but because I'm aware of how the game works and what you need to do to win. You know, if you try to stand out there and John Wayne it, you're going to get smoked. It just...
I always
this isn't Battlefield.
I always like watching somebody younger play a game and they're trying to solve a puzzle, and you're like, go over there and do that. Like, why? Oh, you know, you've tried to find the thing you're looking for everywhere else and you can't find it. So like go up and check. How did you know that was up there? Oh, I don't even know what game you're playing. It's just I've been playing video games since 1980, so if I was a maker, that was where I would put that thing you're looking for, and lo and behold, there it is. Sorry,
Did you ever meet Bob Roselli?
I don't.
He was also known as
so.
Barnacle Bob, Bob the Wizard, the man who scourged Christ.
Bob the
He
Wizard.
went to war with us for many years. But
do tell.
Good times. He was a crazy
What? Tell why did the memory kick up?
Oh, I just on the tip of my tongue, and then I went sideways, and now I lost it. I'll come back around.
Here, lean like this
But,
again. You got it when you were leaning over.
Yeah, I was leaning like that.
I started thinking about him, and oh yes, this. No, there's so many good video games that I'm still playing 1993 Master of Orion 1. Dude, they got like 4 or 5 others now. It came out brand new again in 2017, and like Alan Tudyk and Michael Dorn are voices now instead of it just being
nice.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a totally different thing. I think 99 was when they started letting actors be in video games, and that just really kind of took off.
before that, I think actually the first video game where I actually saw live action footage was for the Sega CD, and this was like 93, 94. And one of the first games that launched with the Sega CD, which was an attachment for the Sega Genesis, was this game called Sewer Shark. And it actually had, because it was a CD, it could have actual video on it. It had actual actors in the cutscenes in between the action of the game. The game itself was flying around on the sewers in the future shooting monsters. It wasn't a particularly complex video game.
No, but that sounds really fun. I want to do that.
But it was tongue-in-cheek. One of my favorite things in that game that I took away, and I used to pull it on my kids all the time, is right at the beginning you're sitting in this thing and the instructor pops up on the thing and says, all right, this thing moves fast and it's going to be exciting. Are you ready? On 3. 3!
Happy birthday, Frankenstein! One of the best lines from the Venture Brothers.
And so I do that with my kids. We'd get at the edge of the pool and I'd say, all right, we're going to race to the other side of the pool. Ready? On 3.
3.
3!
And 3! Go! Wait, what? Oh! That's a dad. That's Dad's right. You're not gonna catch me anyway, you little midget. You're gonna be. I'll get you. No, I won't.
My kids are
never
better
happened.
than I am, straight up.
I'm
I'm a mediocre swimmer at best. I'm not the person to save you if you're drowning.
I'm a good swimmer.
How not good at swimming I am.
I'm a good swimmer. I can save you. My dad, much better swimmer. Can save you a lot faster. He went swimming all the time when he was younger, and then later, once in a while, and then it kind of became, you know what it is. You need that pole and stuff. Oh, yeah, I'll get to that. And then now it's in there, but he's not there. So it's, but yeah, that's, what was it? Oh, I had another video game on the tip of my tongue. That Contra one was so much fun, because didn't they have that as arcade and a video game? Didn't we play it
I have
on, like,
a friend who
Super
can sit there
Nintendo?
and play it all the way through to the end and not lose a life. I don't know how she does it, but
She's good at
Well,
video
she had
games.
the Nintendo back in the day.
Oh, well, there you
sit
go.
there and play it all day long while her husband was at work, and she got good, real good. And video games are just patterns. Once you learn the pattern, you can beat any game.
Yeah. Hey, this is the Pitfall and Space Invaders and Centipede and all Asteroids, Missile Command, all of those old school games. Berserk, I said that one earlier.
Yes, wasted a lot of time.
And money, all of my inheritance. All of my allowance, yes.
That's why when I got my Sega Genesis, I was like, I have the power.
When I got the VIC-20, I'm never leaving the house again. Yeah. After 2 months, oh, this is terrible, I'm going. I can't get past this one part. Because they didn't have the internet, you couldn't. Video game, this one part. Suddenly there's 12 videos from guys from Germany and
back in the day it was
Australia.
Need help? Call 1-900-SEGA for $3 a minute, and we'll help you.
Dicks.
I had to do that exactly one time, and I'm still angry at Sega for this. The X-Men game for the Sega Genesis. Hard as fuck. And at one point, you meet Mojo, and it tells you something like the system has to be rebooted. And you're standing there, and if you don't know what you're doing, and you don't reboot it in time, the world ends and you die. And the world ends and you die. And the world ends and you die. And I couldn't figure out how you reboot the system. So I had to call the Sega line for $6 to find out to reboot the system. You hit the reset button on the console itself. And rather than, normally that would reset the game, but on this game, it advanced it. And that was how you got past it.
That's the dumbest.
By hitting the reset button on the console itself. Nobody. I guarantee nobody ever figured that out.
Only by accident anger.
I want my $6 back. I was only making $5 an hour at the time, so that $6 was
an hour of your life. Yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
So that was back when you could make $5 an hour and still afford an apartment.
Yeah, long ago. Well, I mean, you
can make $20 an hour and still not afford an apartment.
No, it's gotten. Had a couple good interviews.
Rent has tripled in 20 years.
Had a couple good interviews for second jobs. They've already all told me no. So, okay. Go YouTube, like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe. You subscribe to us, and I promise to subscribe back to you with 3 different accounts. Mine, the Council, and Bats in the Belfry, Bob McCobb's Workshop, our haunted house version of all of this, where we talk about haunted house stuff and show you how to build props. Yeah. Cliff's surgery went very well. And we had like a 15% chance of survival. Or wait, no, there was like a 15% chance that if they nicked part of the artery that they wouldn't be able to stop the bleeding because we'll have to get him on the show to talk about it. But
15% is pretty scary odds.
We were all tense when I'm going into this because he had malls and a spinal issue, so he had like 2 surgeons doing 2 different procedures at the same time while he was open. Yeah, we were all on pins and needles. It's been a very stressful couple weeks.
I'm
but
glad
he's good.
He has come through it.
He's good. I don't know if he's back at home. They were talking about last I heard. I try not to bother him too much because recuperation is key, right? You don't need me telling you a bunch of stupid jokes when you're trying to sleep for 8 hours. And his beloved morphine is probably readily available right now for his pain because the dude's broken almost all of his bones. He's like Evel Knievel of the haunted house. He does crazy shit and would get really hurt. And then, and then on top of that, the COPD and silicosis and emphysema, and when he stops smoking, he becomes an unbearable asshole. So everyone insists that he keeps smoking cigarettes. So it is what it is. But he pulled through. Things are good. Signs point to yes.
You gonna get him on the show someday?
Absolutely. Soon as, well, I mean, before he was having a lot of cognitive because of the surgeries he needed and the fantastic amount of daily pain he's in. I mean, he was walking around with a cane when we went down there to play because that's what we need to do. Is I need to kidnap him and the game and bring it up to like Rob's house, and we can play on his big table and do, because there are bunches of different Pirates of the Spanish Main, and then Scott found and bought a whole. They're redoing it now, and then I found a bunch of guys on YouTube that everybody loves this game. So hey, we'll make some more videos. It was an absolute fun, great time to play with Kel and Cliff.
That's cool because I have the Savage Worlds role-playing game, Pirates of the Spanish Main.
Yes,
and it even references in that book that game is what ship combat is supposed to use.
There you go. I've got to join this Thursday. I'm sorry. I keep like, I'm going to do it, and then I go and sit on the couch, and the next thing I know, I wake up, and it's like 9:30.
Clay wanted to join until he found out that you need a computer to run Fantasy Grounds, because I guess Clay has none.
Not yet. He's saving up.
He's saving up, yeah.
Yeah.
But I would love to have y'all.
Yeah, I'll have to get
and anybody else out there that is interested in a Thursday night game, message me here on Twitch, or if you know how to get hold of me elsewhere, message me there. I run a Thursday night game that's always open. It's a Fantasy Pirates game using the Savage Worlds rule set, which is about as not D&D as you can get.
That's how we're
deliberately doesn't use a 20-sided die.
Oh, I love the dodecahedron.
It uses all the other dice, and it uses a deck of cards and poker chips.
Okay. I'll figure it out. You'll teach me. We'll learn it or die trying. It will be fun or we'll die trying.
But yes, if you want, I'll ping you about an hour before on Thursday.
Please.
See if you're busy. If not,
absolutely. I work until 2, and yeah. So.
Yeah, we don't start till 5.
Are you going to be able to do it, Rob, or you got stuff going on Thursday?
Thursdays.
We want even
well,
more. Sorry.
Yeah. Once a month on Thursdays, I have Scottish Rite, but we go dark for July and August because most of the old timers get the hell out of the valley.
Yeah, I can't blame them. It's a smart move.
Not at all.
It is an open game. It is no commitment. We have this standing rule that we use like we do at the Saturday game. If you show up to the session, you are always part of the crew. If you're not on the session, you were never there.
You're going to lose that NPC of Aunt B to Mary. I really hope that Aunt Mary's going to play. Was that what she said?
I would love to.
She's like, no. I'm going to go over to she was going to, I think, her niece's house. And she's like, no.
Going to a birthday.
A birthday party. And then, because she talked to all of us and she had a great time and we made, lunch and there were cookies and she made cookies and they were amazing. And, because at one point it was like, oh, and then she found out that Aunt B, the real Aunt B, was one of the characters. And then we said, we were going to let you play that character. And she goes, well, I would have played if I had known that I could have been the Aunt B. Well,
yes.
We know you like Aunt B that much.
Spontaneous bit is, I had made one of every character class for the game. And so far, we've had enough people through that every character class has gotten played. The only 2 that have never been picked are the 2 straight spellcasters, the illusionist and the mage. And so Aunt B became the mage.
Had I known everybody else was going to play a goddamn cleric, I would have played the mage. But, yeah.
If you want to switch over to illusionist, I'll let you do that.
I'm now stuck to my character.
I'd say stick to the cleric because Jim is going to be intermittent. He's not going to be regular. There are going to be days when both of my kids want to play and Chris wants to play that I'm just not going to have a seat in my car for Jim.
Yeah.
And I've already warned him that, if I have a seat, we can talk. Something can be arranged.
Yeah. Because Chris can't drive. He's blind in one eye.
No, and that's why I offered for Chris. Because Chris is on the way to pick up Nathan. Literally, he's straight line on the way. I go right by his house. So
right on.
He's not out of the way. Jim is.
Jim had fun, I thought.
Yeah, he enjoyed it.
Okay, good.
And like I said, he's one of my oldest friends.
Yeah, you guys.
I've known. There are like maybe 3 or 4 other people that I've known longer than him that I'm still in touch with, and they're all people I knew and gamed with in high school.
Yeah. Because I don't come in until 89, 90 in meeting Paul. That's when we started hanging out.
Yeah. I came back from the Army in 87 and met Paul shortly thereafter.
Oh, okay. So you only know him a little
bit.
By
1988, I was going to say, because Paul was my first roommate when I moved out of my parents' house. It was Paul and Mitch's brother, Sean. And we were there for a while until it became untenable and I had to bail out.
It became untenable. Well, Paul's so fussy anyway that I love the guy to death. He's my brother, but just being friends with him, he's kind of a pain in the ass. But we love him.
Being his roommate.
No thanks. I always love the fact that the path to humility is 24/7. So when you go to someone's house, do not act like you own the place. You ask for everything. You clean up after yourself. You try to do extra help around, when they're doing something and that. So I would be completely respectful, even decades in. Meanwhile, when Paul would come over, you could literally follow the trail that he left behind him of wrappers and gum and mints, and he would bring... He and Kathy were constantly trying to lose weight. So I would not say this out loud if he was still alive. So he would go to Taco Bell or Whataburger, or when he was coming over to my house. So he would use coming to visit me as an excuse to eat junk food. Meanwhile, he and Kathy are trying to lose weight. And the problem is that it's a male metabolism against a female metabolism. So he would just do more stuff, and he was only working part-time, and he would lose the weight. And she would get, it's like, dude... The problem is that he would just, like, leave his trash all over my house. It's like, what is wrong with you? It's not funny. You're a dick. I don't come to your house and make a big, giant mess. Just the opposite.
Nope, my own house is a big, giant mess, but...
Yeah,
but I won't do it to other people's houses.
No, you lived with him, so you know that you are not allowed to make a mess and not allowed to do anything. But if he does something, well, that's it. You know, this I pay the rent. And Prince Paul. Again, I love the guy, but that is one of the all of the friends that you love have personality traits you cannot stand about them, and that's you accept them because they're your friends. I'm not the easiest guy in the world to live with or get along with or be around. I know that. I don't pretend that I am. And I'm nuts now, the way things are going. Oh, my God. So, yeah, I'll be better. Clay was saying it best. We started joking about the movie Loser with Beck, and now it's become a mantra. I'm a winner. I'm a driver. I'm a winner. Things are going to change. I can feel it. And it's true. Things are getting better. Not in giant leaps yet. Hope, hope, hope. Like and subscribe. But they are getting better. We're getting better. This is episode 72. 72! For 72 nights, we met in front of a camera, live, talking about crap that only certain groups give a shit about. Let me phrase that. That's not...
We are. We are endless fonts of useless information.
I resemble that.
I resemble that remark.
And I think we're getting close to wrap-up time. It has been a long day for me, and my head is pounding because I'm down at the airport huffing pollution out there.
Oh, man, why didn't you say something? If you're suffering from...
No, we're fine.
Oh.
I knew I was going to make it through.
Fantastic.
I'm going to be here. I'm going to make it through all the way to the end.
To the end, which is like what? Like now or 4 minutes or whenever
3
you
minutes or
3 minutes. Like, I don't know.
We go ahead and start doing our wrap up.
I got to be at work at 5 a.m., so I understand.
I don't have to be to work till 6, but I get up at 3 tomorrow is a bicycle commute day.
Yeah.
It's going to be cooler tonight, so I'll have to I'm fortunate enough that, well, still got the same situation, so that other end of the house is probably very warm right now, but I've been using the air conditioning sparsely because the compressor is just going for a marathon every time it should be turning off. But other than that, it's like living in the bunker on the Lost, because we got to get up like every hour, every couple hours, because this thing, the pump, the water runs low in the evap, so it starts grinding, when it's trying to get some water. So, luckily, Clay and I have been on top of it, so things will be better. It'll be good. I'm a driver. I'm a winner. Things are going to change. I can fit. There we go. Okay, like and subscribe. Thank you very much. We are the Supreme Council of the Master Geeks Lodge. Thank you for tuning in. Body and Soul Candles. Start thinking about it now. It's only June, but it's 6. Pretty soon it'll be October, and you'll be like, oh my God, what am I getting all my loved ones? Candles. Lauren's candles are the best. What was another? Derek's books. We got so many writer friends. Check out our Facebook wall for the Master Geeks Lodge, because Chris is a writer. I really tried. I published 2 comic books, and then, well, that comic book company fell apart. But we don't need to talk about that right now. Anyway, yes. And, Rob, go ahead. Eric Marsh Foundation.
Eric Marsh Foundation, and then they've got a month-long fundraiser going on through June at Red, White, and Brew out in Mesa, 6740 East McDowell Road, Suite 102. We are into the wildfire season, and the Eric Marsh Foundation does so much for the injured and fallen wildland firefighters and their families. And they've got a program right now, like I said, Red, White, and Brew out in Mesa for the entire month. $1 from every specialty hot shot burger and Arizona locale, afternoon golden ale. So everything that gets sold for those events, they get $1 back to the Eric Marsh Foundation. So if you're in the area, do so. If you're out and about and you're outside of the Phoenix metropolitan area, look up the Eric Marsh Foundation online, and if you can help, please do.
Please do. They'll really love you for it.
All right. I have been Jingo the Fool, Game Master at Ship of Fools. Besides tonight, you can find me every other Sunday evening here on this channel, and at the Real Women of Gaming, I do Deadlands Hell Hath No Fury with an all-lady cast. Sunday evenings, every other Sunday from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time.
Right.
We were there this last Sunday. You can go to their channel and watch the last couple of sessions are up there. And the next one will be, look at the calendar here, June 21st, Father's Day.
Ooh.
So
Happy
tell
Father's
your father
Day.
to come watch D&D.
Dad, we're going to watch chicks play a game. All right. It's Dungeons and Dragons. Don't you just sit around the table and do nothing?
Actually, it's Deadlands,
yeah.
not D&D.
Oh.
No, we sit around online and throw dice, but otherwise
And
it's the
throw
same
dice.
thing.
Yeah, pretty much. It's awesome.
Throw dice at the table, not each other.
Dice at the table. You could have watched anybody, but you decided to watch us, and we really appreciate that. I have YouTube and Rumble. One day we'll get Rob the Blacksmith to get a YouTube channel for all of the amazing videos he makes that just disappear on Facebook.
Facebook likes to drop my videos after 30 days. And I just found out, this is the most amazing thing. I have to share it with you. Email came in. You guys will love this.
Go.
I just got a notification that the Facebook Consumer Privacy User Profile Litigation Settlement Administrator has sent me $6.50 to PayPal.
Wow! You can get half a Big Mac. I don't
You
know.
can pay for parking the next time you're downtown.
Oh, that's right.
There you go, yeah. Well, see, if I go downtown, I go down to the Masonic Lodge downtown, and I go down after 5:30 so I can park for free in their
Park
building.
for free. You don't have to feed the meter, Mr. Wiggles. But we really appreciate it. Thank you ever so much. I am Bill Kelly, Hornswoggle the Great, and thanks again. Gentlemen, always an honor and a pleasure. Thank you ever so much for joining me. We will be back next week. Other than that, I don't think we have. Do we have anything else going on? I think we covered everything.
I have one last thing.
Thank you.
Stay geeky.
Stay geeky. I forgot to say that. I always forget to say that. Thank you, everybody.
And good night, Twitch.
And good night. Good night,
Good night.
wherever you are, Twitch. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Absolutely. Have a wonderful rest
I
of the
am
evening.
off on this end.
Okay, I am